It is the Wednesday edition. The Brian Bulaga scheduled to appear edition. The St. Nick arrived last night and left goodies for all the good boys and girls edition. Apparently I do have Peacock, which I discovered last night, although it was after the game had ended edition. And the Joe Barry. We're all writing about him. I wrote about him. Domofsky wrote about him. They ain't the 85 Bears, but they've been pretty good on defense edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, where you can ask questions in the comments, and maybe we'll interrupt the show to answer them. And, of course, everything you need on WisconsinOnDemand.com and the Wisconsin On Demand app, including the ability to get this show in podcast form, both there and where you get all your other podcasts. Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn Radio, and Stitcher. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And also in the ESPN Madison Everlight Solar studios, wearing a really nice Packers quarter zip with the AmFam logo and the Packers logo. And you would know this if you were watching us on video, as you can. It is the Packers Hall of Famer, Mark Tausch. Did you get that when you were at the game on Sunday?
I didn't. I've had this for a while, but part of the reason I'm not a quarter zip guy, Old T's zip is broke on the quarter zip.
You should be a little more gentle.
Yeah, maybe.
You wearing anything underneath that? Is there a T-shirt underneath that?
It's my swim shirt. I have my swim shirt underneath. Is there any way we can fix this?
I could, but I'm here.
So if it's like split on the bottom,
yeah,
you think you can fix it?
I can. I'm very good with zippers. Yeah.
Are you a seamstress? Can you sew well?
I'm the Betsy Ross of this show.
No, like legit. If I had you, you're a good seamstress.
I would say that for a middle-aged dude, I am in the upper quartile of sewing skills. Yes.
Wow.
But Paul is better, and Maddie's really good too. So among the three of us,
hand sewn or with the
needle and thread, bro. No,
really?
I don't. What am I sitting there with a spindle?
Dude, let me tell you something.
And then
you have
spinning my own
100
yarn?
cats at your house. If anybody, I would think that would be crocheting on an airplane, you'd be the guy I would think. There's two chopsticks and you're like whittling through. I could see you, like we always talk, you have no hobbies or, you never leave your house. I could see you in a rocking chair muttering to your cats, crocheting very frequently. Is that fair?
Hey, look, if you quit the show and it's Wilde and Nelson or something, you can guarantee I'll be sitting in a rocking chair muttering to myself.
I'm going to tell you this.
What does that mean?
Jesse,
Well, he's got star power, and we don't, Jesse. That's what that means.
Jesse, I played some pickleball. I don't usually do evening pickleball, but I had an evening pickleball match last night.
Prime time.
We do this thing. We try to do it 3 or 4 times a year, especially in the winter.
Was it on Peacock?
You get
no, it
flexed
should have
to
been.
like CBS Sports Network?
It should have been, but they're all avid fans of the show. And they were asking, from the beginning, who do you think is the most improved? I thought it was a great question. And to a T, all of them said you. So take that
Jesse?
for what it's worth. Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Well, he had the most room to improve.
That's
in
kind
I
of
wasn't even here at the beginning.
That's the odd part
also
about
true.
it. That's the odd part about it. But do you feel bad? So we're all aging. I've been telling you that my
Hang on.
What?
I'm upset about that.
Why are you upset?
No,
It's a compliment.
No, it's not. When I was on the high school bowling team, I thought I was the MVP of the season, and I ended up getting
Was
a
it
trophy
delusional?
we did the end of the year awards, and I got the most improved bowler award, and I hated it. Because that made me feel like everyone thought I sucked at the beginning.
Do you
and I'm
think
like,
you're
I didn't
the
suck
MVP
at the
of
beginning.
this show now, too?
No, clearly not. No, but I don't like most improved means I started in a bad place. I don't think I started in a bad place around here. I hate most improved.
I'm going to be honest. I think you should always look at most improved as a huge positive.
Yeah,
You
I
could
would
be
agree.
Michael Jordan. Could have been great. Not that I'm trying to compare you to Mike,
I
but
think you might be.
if you keep improving, that's a good thing.
Like comeback player of the year. I never want to win comeback player of the year.
If you
I'm
have
a
some
football
adversity hit, you don't want to bounce back and shine?
I mean, if you have an injury
You
or
just
something,
said you never
sure,
want
but
it.
If you just had a bad season last year and then you
don't get comeback player of the year for a bad season.
Does Geno
It's
Smith
injury.
want to win comeback player of the year after you were so
Before
bad
he
for
started
6 years
for
in a row?
Seattle? Yeah, he did because his career was
that's
kind of
offensive to win that.
I look at that in a totally disagreeable way. I legitimately thought the boys were giving you a huge compliment.
Yeah,
and you know
attaboy.
what? I don't mind the fact that you look at it in a different way. That means you're a fighter and a competitor. I
That's
like
not
that.
what it means. It means you don't understand how much
But the other
improvement
thing,
is
so
important.
me and Rolo never win. We've lost pretty consistent. We've done this for, let's say, 4 or 5 years now.
Wait, what does that mean? We never Washington Generals never win against
legit when
the
they left,
Globetrotters?
when everybody went their separate ways. That's literally what I said last night. I said this was like the Generals beating the Globetrotters because we have lost every year, and we do it again 2 or 3 times every year, and it's usually not close. And last night we fell behind 2-0. We came back and won it 4-3.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a great. I think for Nate, it might be his biggest athletic accomplishment of his life. I did not think we'd ever beat these guys. Nate has improved. He competed.
Are Nate and Rolo the same person?
Yes, Nate is Nate Rolo. That's what we call him.
Just want to make sure all of our audience knew.
So he ended up getting it done, but
He was most improved.
there's not a doubt about that. But the question I have is, Clussy, who you guys know, Clussy is the fishing guru, the hunting guru. He's a great golfer. He's just a wonderful human being.
If only he knew more about Tom Hanks.
I don't know.
That
if
was somebody else.
That's somebody else. But Clussy was basically to the point where he could not move on Sunday. We had put this on the calendar a while ago. He went to a chiropractor, and he was telling me he literally couldn't move. Was he 100%? He was not last night.
Well,
Do we take any less? And he did compete. He showed up, and he moved, or he was playing fine. He didn't have the same tenacity that we've seen. So,
BYOT.
does Nate and I take this championship in a great light, or do we take it? I'm going to tell you right now, I took it in a great light. I'm pretty sure Nate had a big celebratory dinner with his family last night because his family knew how important it was. Eleanor ended up giving him a trophy. There's a Christmas trophy, holiday trophy that he's putting up on his mantle. So the whole thing was just, do we have to take that into account, or it's you win, it's tough luck?
No, it's cheapened. You beat Brett Rippon instead of beating Matthew Stafford.
It's like Jaden Daniels sat out the bowl game last night.
But he played. Clussy played. He just was, a little bit limited.
Like, he didn't rise to the – since we're comparing everyone to Jordan around here today, Michael Jordan, not Jordan Love, he didn't play like the flu game for Jordan. Like, he was definitely not his at an elite level like he normally is.
He was not his best, but he was still pretty good.
Would he say – what percentage would he say he was at?
He actually, because this was brought up by his partner. Again, he didn't – Jay Blaze didn't sell him
I
out,
love Blaze.
but he did say he had to cover a little bit more court for Clussy.
And if your partner had to cover more court for you, you would
I
acknowledge
told
that
you I got a bad – my knee is pretty jacked up.
So you were playing hurt too then?
That's why I don't
So
take
you're saying
any
this is actually a fair fight last night?
100%. And it was a great victory for Rolo and Old T last night. Good win. So that
Congratulations.
was my, thank you. We appreciate it.
And by the way, just rewinding briefly to the most improved thing, I do believe that the two primary producers of this program are now in like managerial positions. So it is a launching pad.
I feel like we could take a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, but I didn't improve as a manager. I started at zero.
From those that you oversee, I'm told that is definitely the case. Yes, you have not improved as a manager.
It's funny. Jason and I now, I literally was going to say that exact same thing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Might be time for a break again.
Hey,
that
aren't you
holiday
due for a
break
European vacation of some sort?
That'll be coming later,
Going to
but not for a
Ireland.
while. No.
All right, so now that we've established that big win for Old T and Rolo, Do you guys have T-shirts or anything that you have
We're
made?
thinking about making some up. No, it's Eleanor has a holiday trophy that she carves up, and that's kind of the traveling deal.
She
And,
carves it up,
she
like
does,
whittles it?
She's very artsy and craftsy.
Yeah.
She loves artsies and craftsies, so she did that.
That's really nice of her.
Do you have like a crowd that watches this?
No,
like a
no.
cheering
This is
section?
this is all about the pickle. That's what this is about. Pickle and Coors Lights. That's what it's about.
Not necessarily in that order.
You ever gonna like brave the elements and do an outdoor game?
No. This
the
is
Winter
an indoor
Classic?
crew.
Yeah, a little pickleball
Maybe. Well,
winter
yeah.
classic.
At the Prairie Athletic Club?
We'll always have open conversations about these things. Yeah, we're open to a lot of stuff.
Not with your knee. You're not going
No, it's
outside. Slip
probably
on a little
right.
ice. You got problems.
A little greasy ice, yep.
All right. So we've got a lot on the docket today, including what we were going to apparently talk about to start the show.
What was that?
Well,
Did you hear
Oh boy.
the Big Cat? You guys know I love Big Cat. He's
do.
a Bears fan, but he's always a
not to
Badgers
be confused
guy
with
in
Josh
mine.
DiMaggio.
No, the other Big Cat. Not
Less
Josh.
popular one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Big Cat. On
Big
Wisconsin's Morning News, Brandon, sports guy, I think that's how he's branded.
Brandon is branded as the sports guy.
Big Cat went on this rant on how unfair life is because
Jordan
of
Love's
what
good.
the Green Bay Packers are doing. And I know Jesse's got that audio at some point, but it embodies everything Bears fans. You know how all the offseason was welcome to the club, welcome to this average, mediocre quarterback. I don't know if I could say, can we say that we're through that we're already on the other side of it?
Aaron Rodgers would tell you no.
Aaron said we're not on the other side of it?
Aaron Rodgers said we need to let Jordan Love play and stop crowning him and stop attacking him.
Well, who's attacking? No, I don't know anyone attacking him
Criticize.
right now.
I
Got that
saying-
audio ready too.
saying he
That's
said,
why you're most improved.
yeah, and a great manager. But no, what we'll get to Big Cat. But what I was promised, and then I saw you're in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studio, so there's no way in God's green earth this is occurring.
No, actually, there is if you want it. But I know with Bulaga we want to get on time, so that's where I'm nervous. But I will tell you, I wrote this down. I told Jesse about it on our beautiful, perfect car ride home.
Oh, you transferred it from your doodle pad to some sort of other.
Jesse is my iCloud in this situation.
I'm a walking doodle pad is what I am.
And it's really and an improved doodle pad at that. All right, well then I respect your commitment to the clock.
Yeah.
I don't expect it to last, but I appreciate the effort here. So let's talk about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and Gina Della to improve our chances of not only having great windows, but also getting to Brian Bulaga on time.
Well, St. Nick came, dropped off a bunch of stuff at the shoes, and you know what? Santa's been talking about a very special gift that you can unwrap now, but pay for a year and a half later. Wow. Let Pella replace your leaky windows and doors when you don't have to put any money down. You don't have to make any payments. You don't have any interest. And I checked this again. It's 18 months. You have no money commitment for 18 months. And Pella's elves, oh, you know we love Pella's little elves. They install year-round and they can finish installation in as little as a day. Hurry up. This incredible deal ends on December 31st. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions to apply. See showroom for details.
You're still feeling out the December read, aren't you?
Well, the 18 months a big blanket deal.
Yeah,
Like,
but
no
what?
money, no cash, nothing, no interest.
Yeah, it's good. It's
18
nice.
months? You guys understand where we're at in this society right now,
Yeah,
right?
it's shrinkflation.
Well, everything is super expensive. Everything.
Yeah.
Interest rates, whoop. Inflation, whoop. And with Pella, they're saying, nah, we're good. 18 months, you're good.
When you envision Santa Claus, do you also envision like your aunt like pinching your cheek, talking to you at the same time?
Why do you say that?
Well,
He's experimenting with voices. It's still early in the month, and he's trying to find
the
his
elves-
rhythm on this one.
I've done the elves for years because this has been a
But
very
they don't
consistent
sound
read.
like elves. They sound like babies.
No,
it sounds
well,
like
elves are little people usually,
it
right?
sounds like Aunt
Oh, the
Sharon
little
saying,
guy.
"Oh, what a cute little baby."
That is kind of the
yeah.
vision that I had for it. Yeah. Is that not the right vision, you don't think?
Ask Gina. She would be the ultimate arbiter of whether that's the voice she's looking for when you talk about her great product. All right, speaking of great, Brian Balaga is scheduled to join us. As is often the case on this program, I'm not entirely sure where we're headed yet, so come back and catch us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Ho, 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 I need a window.
Baby, it's cold outside.
So where do I go? Ho,
Come on,
ho.
Santa. Go to Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Put no money down, no payment, and no interest for up to 18 months.
Pella now, pay later. Ho,
That's right, Santa. Plus, our elves install year-round and in as little as 1 day. Offer ends December 31st. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. See show for details.
Ever wonder how the best athletes find the power to jump higher, cut quicker, skate smoother, drive farther, and stick the landing? At Prevea Orthopedics in Green Bay, we know power starts with the hips. That's why Dr. Michael Ryan and our team of experts provide comprehensive and advanced expertise in hip care, unlike anywhere else. Come to Prevea Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, where we can preserve your hips so you can pursue your goals. Prevea Orthopedics, specializing in you.
Tito's handmade vodka is so good and smooth, you can mix it with anything. Now, here's out. If your usual brunch cocktail sounds like a Tito's Bloody Mary stacked with garnishes is more like Tito's. Sounds pretty good. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda Service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Children's Theater Madison presents Madison's favorite holiday tradition, A Christmas Carol, a celebration that sheds a warm glow on the gracious spirit of the holidays. You'll be transported back to Victorian England and watch Scrooge embrace the true meaning of Christmas. A Christmas Carol will be live in the historic Capitol Theater at the Overture Center December 9th through December 23rd. Get your tickets today at ctmtheater.org. That's ctmtheater.org.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle
Jesse, would you say that when it comes to groups of people, like, or creatures, I like cats and dogs, I like kids, I like old people. There are a lot of people I don't like, and we've established this on the show. But if there is a class of human beings that I like more than others, is it former Packers players who should still be Packers players, perhaps?
It appears to be Packers players from like 2010 to 2014.
No, 96. There's that section.
I
There's
guess
Tausch.
if you won a Super Bowl in Green Bay and you feel like you had another year left in you, that's your favorite group of people.
No, I think even Jason. It's not. It's a lot simpler than that. Did they treat Jason nice? And did they talk to him a lot? That's it. They don't have to be very good players.
No, that's fair. I mean,
like he loved Kirk Benkert.
No, that's false.
Okay, I'm joking.
That's definitely not true. But I love Doug Peterson, whose team is going to have some challenges with his quarterback sidelined with a high ankle sprain. But among the players of recent vintage, there have been a few that I wanted to see get to finish their careers with the Packers. Hit the breaking news sounder.
Oh, baby, now this is some breaking news.
Now, I know with that lead up, you're thinking, Jordy Nelson's back in the league? But that
should be, right?
Should have never left.
You actually think he should finally be retired, right? Or should
I
he
do.
still be?
Yes, I do.
What year do you think he should have retired?
After the 19 season. I think he should have spent 18 and 19 with the Packers as a possession receiver.
Pretty tough
Devontae was
to-
clearly the big stud.
Pretty tough to argue. So.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you supporting me on that. Mason Crosby is back in the National Football League. The former Packers kicker, longtime Packers kicker, all-time leading scorer in Packers history kicker, has signed with the Los Angeles Rams practice squad with the intent of him moving up to the active roster and being their kicker moving forward. The Rams getting ready for a playoff run. They got Matthew Stafford back. The NFC
Seventh
is
seed. Yeah,
mediocre.
seventh seed.
Yeah. So they're in the mix, although the Packers hold the head-to-head tiebreaker with them. Mason Crosby now a Ram. Tausch?
I love it. I love it. I want guys to finish, squeeze every ounce of juice out that orange, if that's what you want to do. And he wants to do it. And L.A.'s nice. He's in a dome. Got a team that I think is going to probably end up being a playoff team. Kudos to Mason's awesome. I like Molly. Actually, I like Molly better than Mason. But kudos to Mason. They're a great family. He is an exemplary idea of a Green Bay. The whole thing, he's done everything right. I hope he has nothing but raging success with what he's doing.
And someday he will retire as a Packer with a ceremony, just like all these other guys that had to play somewhere else, unlike you and Leroy Butler and a few others who got to finish their careers where they started.
I do believe that he will probably retire as a Packer as well, yes.
And you will eventually be joined by him in the Packers Hall of Fame where you already reside.
Yes.
All right, speaking of guys that will most likely be in the Packers Hall of Fame at some juncture, although not in this class. This class is Clay Matthews and who's the other nominee?
Aaron Campman.
Aaron Campman, yes. Two guys that were ships crossing in the night as they switched from a 4-3 to a 3-4. But a 3-4 does have defensive ends when they're in sub-packages, as we've learned recently. Tausch, I want to get to Brian Bulaga with lots of time to spare. I don't know if Prize Picks already has a projection for 0.5 field goals for Mason Crosby to make this week. But if they did, I know you'd be going more.
Well, last night, Giannis, woo, baby, big night for my boy. I knew
big
it because
tournament.
the tournament. So I went more with my guy, Giannis. Good night for old T on Prize Picks. You can have a good night, too. Prize Picks Daily Fantasy Sports made easy, and it is as simple as you could imagine. You pick 2 to 6 players. I have stuck with 3 and have had a lot of success with it. You could, if you do go 6, get a little risky, get a little frisky. 25x on your cash. You're not competing against other people. It's just you and the projections from Prize Picks. Entries can be made in 60 seconds or less. Again, this is a simple process. Download the Prize Picks app. Go to prizepicks.com, and all you do, throw in the promo code WI, and they're literally firing $100 at you. You put 100 in, Prize Picks throws 100 at you. You got 200 to play with. Again, download the Prize Picks app today and use that promo code WI.
Brian Bulaga, the pride of Iowa, the pride of Tackle Talk, joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
From a seat in the stands to the best seat on the couch, Tito's Handmade Vodka is there on game day for every fan. Find cocktail recipes at titosvodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here for my friends at Kohler Services. Are you thinking about updating your bath or shower? Well, turn to Kohler Services for end-to-end bath and shower remodeling, where Kohler design consultants and installers do the work for you. Family-owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. Start enjoying your bath or shower right now with a special offer. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast, professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Hey, it's Alex Rowe. Football season is officially here, which means you better be doing it right with my friends at Door County Distillery. If you're a whiskey fan, you can't go wrong with the 9-time award-winning single malt whiskey from Door County Distillery. Maybe you like gin. How about that classic green bottle of gin from Door County Distillery? Or maybe it's the cherry brandy to mix up in your old-fashioned. Whatever it is, choose Door County Distillery. Visit their website, doorcountydistillery.com, for the retailer nearest you and all of those unique cocktail recipes. That's doorcountydistillery.com.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
The standards have been set from quarterbacks that have been here before us, and you're trying to continue to raise your game until you get to that bar.
This is your Green and Gold Fix on 100.5 ESPN.
You're going to evolve throughout the course of the season. It's always the fine line of what's too much.
This Green and Gold Fix is driven by Metro Ford.
There were many positives in the Packers' Week 13 win over the Kansas City Chiefs. However, the run defense remains a concern. Joe Barry's unit surrendered 110 yards to Isaiah Pacheco on 5.9 yards per carry. Head coach Matt LaFleur says the Packers defense didn't get the job done when it brought a safety down to protect against the run.
What's disappointing is when you call single safety defenses and you give up an explosive run. And that happened a few times where we don't have guys in the right gaps. That's what you got to fix. When you're in single safety defense, you can't allow that to happen.
The Packers face the New York Giants and Saquon Barkley Monday night, who ranks 13th in rushing in the NFL with 697 total yards.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
Grassland Dairy is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin and sustained by innovation. Since 1904, the Wheatrick family has worked with hundreds of dairy farmers to consistently produce the highest quality dairy products. Grassland's commitment to quality starts with the way their dairy farmers care for their cows and carries through every step of their innovative processing and delivery. They are proud to offer a wide range of reliable and nutritious dairy ingredients. Grassland Dairy is family owned in Wisconsin and has been crafting butter for 5 generations.
Dash the Dane. That's right, Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company has expanded their delivery offerings with DoorDash. New customers get $5 off your first order of $25 or more. And don't forget, Dash Pass subscribers always receive free delivery. Order delivery today at GreatDanePub.com or on the DoorDash app and get food delivered from the Great Dane closest to you. Downtown, Hilldale, Fitchburg, or East Madison. Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's home for craft beer and pub food since 1994.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of, but back in Rutherford County, our crowd is second to none. You might not know them here in this big city we're in, but when I go back home, I've got some famous friends. Yeah, I do.
Time now for our famous friend.
I love this song, too.
It's such a great song.
And it's
Yeah.
also because we love Blue. I love this.
I'm good. How are you guys doing? Got to take a shot at Iowa. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's okay. It's okay. We were in the game. We had it close early on, right in the first half.
You should have just ended
it was
right there. You were in the game. That's about
Yeah.
where you guys were.
The
Hey.
punt return was a bad thing. You couldn't afford that.
Yes, correct. The punt return kind of, you keep it a 6-0 game, something like that. It's a ball game. Yeah,
But
something.
If you're being honest, six is insurmountable. Like 6 was insurmountable that day. It just was. Hey, I don't think Iowa has nothing to be embarrassed about.
No.
They maximized everything they had, and they had a good season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think Abby and I are going to take the kids to the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. We're going to go watch them play Tennessee January 1, so that should be fun.
Get Big Clip down there with
Why?
you.
Yeah, we should. We should.
Disney World.
No, it'll be a one-day trip. It'll be a one-day trip. I can't do Orlando longer than a day. We did it. What was it for? We were down there for something. I forgot a while back, and we
A farming championship award of some sort.
Receiving an award.
Jeez, all right.
That might be the
Jeez.
worst trip to Orlando ever.
What? Just to go watch Tennessee?
Go there,
Iowa?
watch Iowa football, and don't go to Disney
I ain't
or
gonna lie to
anything.
you. I can't imagine Blues kids saying, "Oh, we're going to Orlando. We going to Disney, Universal, whatever it is." No. We're going to watch
Deacon Hill.
Iowa's football team.
Hey, sometimes priorities have to be set, right? Like no Disney, just Iowa football, and that's it.
Father of the Year, Brian Bullock on Wilde and
Could
Tausch.
literally be the slogan for how do you want to have a really average New Year's? Right there. Blue just hit it.
All right. All kidding aside, I know you remain very close with Kirk Ferentz. I love the emotion he showed after they won the final game of the season to beat Nebraska to clinch everything. It was really cool to see him because he doesn't strike me as the type who gets emotional very often. So that was cool, and we're happy for your alma mater. And I'm very eager. There's a bunch of Iowa guys in that locker room.
Hey, they whooped us.
Yeah,
What
and
are we
there's a bunch.
supposed to? For as much as I'm giving Blue crap, I'm going to Tampa, and he could say the same blanket thing to me. But I'm going to tell you this: we're going to go hit Busch Gardens. We're going to go and enjoy all the other stuff, and the game will be last, at least for the crew, not for me, because I'm going to be
Of course,
dialed in.
you're a professional. Yes, no doubt.
See, Busch Gardens is way easier than Disney or Universal. It just is. It's just easier. Like
Hey, wait, we love Disney around
No, I know we do,
here.
but if you're talking walking, and it is, especially with
Yeah.
a bad knee, it's a battle, Disney.
Do you get
Yes, it is.
Do you get recognized when you go to these places, Brian? Like, do people say, "Hey, that's that guy that used to say Iowa on primetime games"?
No, I think I don't, and I just kind of get lost in the crowd. I mean, the last time we were at Universal for that Premier League thing I did for Man City, they had the Premier League morning thing there at Universal that I went to, and I talked a little soccer shop with everyone there and got on TV with the two Robbies and talked a little Man City. So that was the last time I was at Universal, and I remember my son threw up after going on the Spider-Man ride, and it kind of put a damper on the trip. So after that, it's just kind of been like,
for this trip.
Yeah.
Do that too. And throw up after the
Yeah, so-
game too.
oh, okay, Jesse. All right.
See, that's just flat rude. The other
All
stuff
right,
was playful.
all right.
That was rude.
All right, Brian. Let's talk about the Packers, who have now won 3 in a row, 4 of their last 5. They've beaten the Lions. They've beaten the reigning Super Bowl champion Chiefs. And as I was talking about with some of your favorite players on Monday, John Runyon and Josh Myers, who are both big fans of yours, just as you're big fans of them. It has started with the offensive line. I said, look, maybe I'm biased because I spend so much time with these former offensive linemen. But it really has started with those guys. And we'll get to tackle talk in a bit. But when you look at this offense, it does start with this group playing a lot better, does it not?
No doubt it does. No doubt it does. And it's funny you mentioned those two guys because I thought both of them probably played their best game of the season against Kansas City. So watching it back, Myers certainly did. Myers played a really clean, good game. He played really well. I thought Runyon, I mean, listen, going against Chris Jones is never going to be easy. It just isn't. It's one of the toughest interior matchups you're going to get, in the NFL. And I really only saw him kind of struggle a few times. And that's the thing. Like, when you're looking at Runyon and you're going against a quality opponent like that, like, if he gets you a couple times, like, it's pretty good, right? And you never thought Chris Jones was wrecking the game, which he can do to a lot of teams. So those two guys in particular, I thought played really well. So as much as they may not like me in the locker room, I'm coming on the program today to say those two guys, they played really well. And like I said, I love giving credit where credit is due. I've said it the entire time. I want them to play well so I can come on the program and say these guys played well. And that's kind of when I watched it, that's what I saw. And honestly, this group, I mean, one talks about how great Love has been playing, which he has been, but you're starting to see Jordan Love really trust the pocket. You saw it in that Kansas City game, him stepping up in the pocket, holding it for that extra second, locating an open receiver and delivering strikes. And that's credit to the guys up front. They're giving them time. They're making them feel comfortable. And, the fruits of their labor are starting to pay off with how this offense is performing.
So,
Wait,
Blue, you said something the other day.
I'm sorry to interrupt. 1 second.
Are you really sorry to
I am
interrupt?
sorry, but I have to follow up
Go
because I name-checked Brian in both my conversations with them. Are you suggesting that maybe I shouldn't have, or are you just kidding that they don't like you?
No, I don't know if they don't like me. I mean, to be brutal,
Like they were like, oh, that guy.
to be brutally honest, like,
Call him like you see him.
yeah, I'll say it how I see it, and if they don't like it, I apologize. Like, I'd love to sit down and watch film with them and ask them what they're doing at times. It'd be really fun for me. But no, I mean, listen, this is certainly not personal. It's not personal at all. Like, I come on today and they played really well, and I love to give them credit, love to praise them for it. I mean, it's a tough opponent, and for you to play well against a really, really good defense opponent, hats off to you. Like, if those two consistently continue to play that way the remainder of the way, the offensive line is so much better. When you only have 2, maybe 3 guys performing at a high level and there's 2 or 3 per game that aren't, man, it makes things a lot harder. But when you got 4 or 5 consistently playing at a pretty high level, man, you see performances like you did against the Chiefs, like you did against the Lions. Things just click for you.
Yeah, Brian, I really think the turning point as far as the O-line is just getting Elton back when he was finally healthy, and then Zach Tom being healthy, because now you have 2 guys playing at a really high level, And the other guys, it is kind of hey, pick your blank up. Pick it up so that this group can get better, and you kind of hold guys accountable. That's how good offensive lines, which we were both a part of, that's how those groups get better, and the amount of improvement that you've seen on this group. Because I just look back, and I think the low water mark was the Detroit Lions game at Lambeau. It was it was a bludgeoning. The boys up front were bludgeoned. And since then, there was still some hiccups. But when you're looking at this winning streak, it hasn't been that they've dominated running the football. It's the pocket and Jordan feeling comfortable, as you said it. I couldn't have said it any better. And that allows him to make better decisions and be more accurate with the football, and that's what we've seen.
Absolutely. I mean, you couldn't have said it any better. When you do have two really inning performers in Elton and the way Zach Tom's played this year, and especially where they're placed on the offensive line, right? Zach Tom's at right tackle. He's next to Runyon. Runyon, you can't say it but you know it's happening when you're in the old line room and you're watching tape and you're seeing the guy next to you perform at such a high level, and then you kind of watch film and it's not as good. You're like, man, I really if I step my game up, I got to start matching what this guy's doing. And then obviously with Elton, now that he's healthy and he's plugged in next to Myers and next to whoever the left tackle is going to be from week to week, those guys kind of see that as a standard too. And it's like, if we match what Elton's doing, we can get something special rolling. And the thing was, obviously the low point was the Lions. There is absolutely no doubt that was a bloodbath from start to finish. And I think that was a turning point, and you started to kind of see guys, little by little. Obviously, Elton gets healthy, then gets his little bit of break from that game, and his knee starts to feel better, and you start to see little by little it improve, right? And guys start to show flashes. Runyon starts to have a decent game here and there, and I think Myers consistently the last 3 weeks has performed pretty well. I think his last 3 weeks performance-wise, he's been playing better, which there's no coincidence. When the center starts to perform better and he's confident, he's doing things right, everyone else starts to play better.
Why do you think that is, Brian? Why do you think he's made the big jumps the last 3 weeks?
Well, I mean, I don't want to say it, but it is a contract year. I know that, right? I mean, it is a contract year. Am I accurate on that? And we're starting to get to the business end of the season, man, right? Starting to get to the business end of the season. The team's pushing for playoffs. You're putting good tape on there. More eyes are starting to, watch the Packers. Not just, fans of the team, but more eyes from around the league as well. What is this team doing so well? And when more eyes are on an offensive line, guys, especially in contract years, hey, if it's not with this team, it could be with another team. And I need to start putting better quality tape on so people understand what I'm all about. Now, listen, I can't say that's only it, right? That can't be the only thing. But obviously, they drafted him for a reason. They liked what they saw. They've stuck with him for this long. And I'm happy that he's starting to perform at a higher level. I think it only benefits the team. It benefits Jordan Love. When you have a center that's confident making the proper calls, the right calls, the run calls, everything, it only helps the quarterback. Quarterback and center, those two dudes should be inseparable. I know how much Aaron gave Corey a hard time. I mean, those guys were great friends. So they got a bond, and they have to be on the same page, and that starts with right when they walk up and the center puts his hands on the ball, making IDs and being on the same wavelength that the quarterback's seeing, and that sets the tone for everyone else. So I'm happy for him. And you know what? I'm happy for the team. It's great.
Just to clarify, it is a legit contract year for John Runyon. He will be a free agent after the season. But this is the time where if you're Josh Myers, who does have 1 year left on his deal, this is where you can either earn an extension or you can deter them from drafting another center or going on free agency and going to get another center. Because there were times, as we talked about many times on this show, where you wondered they're going to have to do something else at that position. And they still, who knows? They still might. But
they could,
certainly has changed the way he's been playing. All right, more with Brian Bulaga coming up. We won't discuss Iowa football or what sounds like one of the world's worst trips to Orlando that is upcoming. But we will talk about the rotations on the offensive line. Yash got 1 series.
Yep.
Sean Ryan got 1 series. And the second play of said series did not go very well. We'll talk about that and more straight ahead with Brian Bulaga. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. As the Wisconsin volleyball team prepares for their 11th straight Sweet 16 this Thursday, the American Volleyball Coaches Association has named 5 Badgers, 4 players and a coach, to the All-Region team. Anna Spreck, Carter Booth, Devin Robinson, and Sarah Franklin were first-team Northeast All-Region selections, while Franklin was the Northeast Region Player of the Year. Head coach Kelly Sheffield was also named the co-coach of the year. Wisconsin plays Penn State at the Fieldhouse this Thursday in the Sweet 16.
Unwrap your gift now, but pay later. Right now at Pella, put no money down, no payment, and no interest for up to 18 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
LabCorp Clinical Trials is changing to a new name, Fortrea. While the name may be different, Fortrea combines decades of great experience and professionalism with new opportunities for clinical trial participation. It's more than a mission and more than a new name. Fortrea is dedicated to moving healthcare forward. To learn more about the future of healthcare and upcoming clinical trials, visit us at FortreaClinicalTrials.com. That's FORTREA clinicaltrials.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Portis, and I love playing basketball in Milwaukee. When I drive down the lane, I move fast and make sudden moves to drive to the hoop and score. But when I'm behind the wheel in the driving lane, I control my drive. I don't speed or make sudden movements. Speeding and reckless driving are the leading causes of traffic injuries and deaths in Wisconsin. Do what I do. Control your drive. Don't speed. Don't be reckless. Zero in Wisconsin. Together we can save lives. Wisconsin DOT.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Hey, it's Hunter Vaughn. ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best high school sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see teams making an impact in their community. Nominate your local team today at ESPNMadisonGameChangers.com.
Catch Disco Fever this New Year's Eve with Ho Chunk Gaming Madison and our Disco Eve celebration.
We have promotions going all day and night on Sunday, December 31st with plenty of ways to win.
Like our Pick a Prize promotion with 18 cash prize winners in the afternoon.
Plus a $24,000 grand prize awarded at 7 p.m.
And be here for our hot ticket drawings with 14 different $1,000 winners selected between 7:30 p.m. and just past midnight.
Get your New Year's Eve groove on at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
I'm attorney David Gruber. We've helped injured Wisconsinites for more than 30 years. Trust our hometown team to get you back in the game. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of, but back in Rutherford County, our crowd is second to none. You might not know them here in this big city.
Continuing with Brian Bulaga. Brian, I know I gave you a hard time a couple weeks back when we were talking about how occasionally offensive linemen have tough goes. And you had one against Bruce and then you shut him the next time you saw him. So hopefully that happens for Sean Ryan the next time he sees the Kansas City Chiefs, because he got one series and number 75 did not look like goal number 75. He whiffed, and that's got to be one of the first feelings for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the same thing for Runyon. He had a couple bad plays against Chris Jones as well, right? Like, Chris Jones will do that to people. And obviously, Sean Ryan's been getting a series here, a series there, spread it out the game. And his series, I think it was the first play or second play. I forgot which one. You said it was second play. Chris Jones lines right over the top of him, and, it's a pass play, and he beats them. And, yeah, it was a bad rep. It was a really bad rep. And, that's what people remember is, especially offensive linemen, when you get beat, that's what people remember.
You only get to play 8 snaps, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. You only get 8 snaps to go out there and do something where, I'm not, again, I said it, before we took a break. I thought John Runyon played well, but he had a couple snaps against Chris Jones that he got beat as well. Again, that's what happens when you go against a really good opponent. The only difference was John Runyon got to play pretty much the whole game and put together a pretty solid game where Sean Ryan had 8 plays. So it certainly wasn't what he had done the last few times when he went out there, where he went out there for maybe 8 or 11 plays, and they were all pretty solid, and there were no mistakes made. But that's the way it goes. And the way Runyon was playing, again, I thought he played really well. You're not going to go back to the well with Sean Ryan when Runyon's playing that well. So, it's unfortunate for him, but that's the NFL, man. You get an opportunity, you have to make the most out of it, even if you're going against guys like Chris Jones or Aaron Donald. It doesn't matter. You got to go out there and do it. And unfortunately for him, the rep that happened, and that's the way it goes.
I also thought it was weird that he got it at the start of the fourth quarter. That
yeah.
seems like an odd time to rotate him in. And the only thing that was weirder to me is that apparently the left tackle rotation is over, because Yash only played 1 series. So,
yeah.
Again, and you guys have both played the position, so you tell me. But as I watch this play out, I'm like, what are we doing here? If it's a rotation, it's a rotation. If it's not, it's not. I don't understand, especially in Yash's case. Sean Ryan had a wasted year last year. Yash has played a hell of a lot of football. So is it really helping him to rotate in for 9 snaps? That part I don't understand.
Yeah. And to Sean Ryan's, to the point we're making there, it's hard to come in the fourth quarter and say, all right, you're going to go do it for a series. All those guys are already into the game, right? The D-line, they understand the tempo of the game, how it's being played, and everyone should say, oh, you should know the tempo of games. But, you build into a game as an offensive lineman. The first snap to the last snap, the tempo and how you build into the game, the physicality is all different from start to finish. That's why rotation is so hard, because the guys, it takes a little bit to get used to kind of the pace of the game and how it's going and how everything's kind of ramping up throughout a game. So it's tough to do. So Rasheed Walker had some bad reps. We'll just put it that way. If I was going to say who probably didn't have the best game, I'd probably say him. But it was obviously good enough to win, right? It was good enough to win, and the Packers felt like that was their best option. And to roll Yash in for 1 series, I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? I don't understand the thought process or kind of what Butkus and Steno are kind of thinking on that. I don't understand, when they go into a game, all right, we're going to put Sean Ryan in the fourth quarter. It just, or Yash is only going to get a series. I don't understand the thought process about what's going behind these decisions. But, it's working. So it's hard to be like, you guys are doing it wrong, but it's working. So until this thing kind of blows up on them, which look like it's going to, I mean, they're playing well and they're playing good enough to win. You kind of just have to leave it up to the coaching staff and say they're making the proper decision for the team at the time, and that's the way it goes. And we kind of said it last week. I think at left tackle they're going to go with the hot hand. I really do. I think they're going to go with the hot hand on who they feel is playing better that game. And that's really the way I have to assume they're going to do it.
Blue, big picture now. This is a playoff team. Agree?
Yep.
This team's making the playoffs.
Yes.
Where would you rank them in this whole, without saying it, is this team, if they get hot and you're 8, let's say they win 8 in a row, which is very doable. They're going to be favored the whole way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have San Francisco and then you think Green Bay can beat anybody else? Where's your head at with what the upset, what is the top line that this team can do this season, in your opinion?
Well, obviously, matchups at the end of the season when the playoff seedings come out dictates a lot, right? Like it sure does. Like it looks like the 49ers, depending on how Philly finishes out, it looks like the 49ers probably are a bona fide number 1 seed. Like they probably are, right? So unless Philly somehow wins out and it stays the same, right? And, but I look at the way it's kind of lining up, and I think the Packers can win a playoff game based on seeding, right? Like say they fall into, because I think Detroit's going to win.
Let's say Detroit, Green Bay. That's what it's going to. I think it's going to be a 3-6 matchup. Green Bay goes back to Detroit. Didn't they?
Yes, I think they
Detroit?
can. Yeah, that's all. I mean, you would have never thought they were going to do what they did to Detroit based on what Detroit did to them in week 1.
Yep.
So, or not week 1, whenever their first matchup was. So it's kind of hard to be like, oh, well, they beat them last time. I mean, but it does give the team that we went into their place and beat them. But the playoffs is a whole different animal. You know that. I know that. It's a different beast. But I do think they can win a playoff game. I think they can go in and beat Detroit. I do. And then I think, and I don't want to sound like the Debbie Downer, I think that may be the last road, because then you're going into San Francisco, and that's a bad matchup for even the Eagles, right? We just saw it. So it's a tough matchup, but I do think they can win a playoff game. I do.
Yeah. Blue, listen, I don't think, I know Jason will disagree. I don't know where his head's at. I'm not getting out in front of my skis. But you take the 49ers would be heavy favorites against anybody. But I'm going to tell you this. I think that outside of the Green Bay I think the Green Bay Packers, they ain't going to be scared of playing Dallas, Philly.
Mm-mm.
None of those teams are star-spangled awesome. San Fran is the cream of the crop. Everybody else, pretty flawed.
I agree.
Green Bay will be rolling with a young team that is getting better and better on a weekly basis. Not saying anything other than that. That's all I'm saying. And
I'm
I
not
think Blue
going
agrees
there.
with me.
Not going there, but I'm
Yeah.
going there.
I'm not going there. No, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is,
you to say they're going to the Super
No,
Bowl.
I don't. I don't want to. I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl. I've said that. But I'm saying if San Francisco is somehow eliminated or anything else, Green Bay's got as good a shot as these other teams. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, no, I mean, there's probably, like, besides San Francisco, you said it, I said it, Jason, I know you agree, Jesse, I know you like to talk smack about Iowa, but I know you agree. San Francisco's a tough out for anybody. Like, anyone goes in there, it's hard to watch the 49ers. There's a team that they can be beat by this team. Like, I just don't see it the way they're playing right now. I don't know, injuries happen, I understand that.
Yeah.
But besides San Francisco, I'm with Tausch. I don't see a team that Green Bay can't beat. Like, I think they can beat Dallas. I think they can beat Philly. They can beat Detroit. They can beat Seattle. They can beat Minnesota. Like, they can beat all those teams. Obviously, Philly is a tough out too. When they're playing well, they got a really good offensive line and their D line's really solid. I think what's been hurting Philly is they're not running the football. They're getting really pass him. But again, I don't care about that. But
that's good insight, though.
It's setting up nicely for them, especially if they do finish out 5-0. It's setting up nicely.
There you go, Jason.
I mean,
all right. Look, I hate that you guys put me in this spot because I love your enthusiasm. You're right. They can beat anybody. The problem is that, and I understand in the last 4 games, because that's what I look at, because I still don't think the Rams win was that impressive.
I agree.
Who now is a Jet, by the way, so he's back in the league. But you're right. They can beat anybody, except maybe San Francisco. I would argue that they can also lose to anybody still.
Well, no blank.
No. But we never bring that part up.
But
like
you know what's so
you're
funny
sitting there
to me?
going, they can go 5-0.
We had this discussion.
Finish out an 8-game winning streak.
We had this discussion when the Packers were losing, and you almost wept on air. So, if we're just calling it, you were so mad that I was bringing it up, and you got angry. So we're going to move on. But Blue, before you go,
thank you.
I have to show you this, and I want your instant reaction as Jesse pops this up. For everybody that's not listening, it is a very wonderful picture of a young Jason Wilde. Let's hear what Blue's reaction is.
Whoa, look at that.
Good looking guy.
Look at that. What an absolute. Oh, and should the Packers keep Chad Clifton at all costs? I mean, look at that.
There's a lot going on in this
There is a lot. Got Michelle Tafoya behind him there, his favorite sideline reporter.
Jason, I mean, looking fantastic. What a stud.
Kind of looks like Brad Davison.
Like Brad Pitt. He's got a little Brad Pitt to him there.
Yeah, working with Tausch will age you.
Turtleneck with a fake leather jacket.
The leather jacket.
No, that's real leather. That's
and
real
the
leather.
Britney Spears
Mike.
microphone deal.
Yeah.
Me, baby, one more time. Thanks
Jason,
to,
look fantastic.
Yeah, thanks. Really thanks to Will Senkowski over at WBAY. That is from the Knights. The Monday night kickoff, which Tausch used to host, except on weeks where they played on Monday Night Football.
The graphics make this look like it's from the 80s.
It's
when it
awesome.
was actually from
2003. That is the night that Brett Favre in Oakland had 399 yards passing and 4 touchdowns and remains, despite the Super Bowls that I've covered, the greatest night I've covered in my time covering the Packers. Not only because he played well, but because you, Tausch, and all the guys around him elevated their games for their quarterback who'd lost his dad. It was a remarkable night. I'll never forget it. I'll also never forget the time that Brian Bulaga came on here and told us he was going to Orlando and not going anywhere fun other than the Citrus Bowl.
Hey, that's a deflection right there. That's a deflection. We were talking about you in that photo, and you just deflected back onto me.
Brian,
oh, man.
We appreciate you so much and your insights, and there was some great stuff there about the offensive line that folks can get in podcast form if they join late, or they can read it in the State Journal, because I'm surely going to repurpose it at some point this week. You're the best, bud. Thanks.
All right, guys, take care.
Can we at least get him to go to some lesser place
Can you
with
imagine
the kids?
Blue sitting there and Abby, they're sitting there talking about their Christmas, New Year's plans, and Blue's like, nope. We're only going to the Iowa, I don't even know who they're, Tennessee football game, and we're coming back that night.
Hey, kids, look at all those roller coasters. Oh, there's Epcot over there. Nope. We're going to watch Deacon Hill put up 10 points against Tennessee.
If that.
He ain't getting 10 points.
We love it when Brian Bulaga
Deacon
joins
entered
us.
a portal of any sort, or is he staying?
That's a great question.
You want to see Goofy? Nope. We're going to see Brian Ferentz's swan song, folks.
We'll talk more about the Packers' offensive line based on what Brian had to say there. We'll also get ready for Homer to join us. And I think, because today's Wednesday, we've got double trivia still coming as well. So make sure you stick around. The 10 o'clock hour, late though it may be, starts in 2 minutes. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde for Associated Bank. Looking for a bank with home field advantage? You got it. At Associated Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're your neighbors. That's why scoring a Packers checking account is the right play for your pay. And here's the kicker. Your Packers debit card gets you 10% off at the Packers Pro Shop. Join the team today. Open your Packers checking account at AssociatedBank.com/Packers. Associated Bank, the bank of the Packers since 1919. Your money works here. Member FDIC.
Hey, this is Eric Name of The Athletic. You're listening to Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out, 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. The Milwaukee Bucks on to the in-season tournament semifinals. The inaugural NBA in-season tournament. The Bucks, one of the last 4 teams remaining, which means a trip to Vegas after a 146-122 win at Fiserv Forum last night over the New York Knicks. The Bucks face Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers in semifinal number 1. Tip time tomorrow in Vegas, set for 4 o'clock. Late afternoon tip time. Pre-game coverage starts at 3:30 with Justin Garcia and Dave Kane here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN. The other semifinal, the New Orleans Pelicans and the Los Angeles Lakers. You can listen to that game after the Bucks game wraps up on the network, also on 100.5 ESPN. College basketball, Wisconsin's won 6 straight games. 23rd-ranked Badgers, 70-57 winners last night over the Michigan State Spartans, opening up Big Ten Conference play. Badgers have won 3 straight times in East Lansing for the first time in team history.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch. I saw lots of you joined us on YouTube and on Twitter on the video stream when I informed
Any
you.
good questions on there? Any digi-eruptions we want to throw? Or
I
no?
did not click the link because, as you know, and as we learned with Matt LaFleur a couple weeks ago and Taylor Swift's Last Christmas playing, I was worried if I clicked on the YouTube link that you would then have our show playing on my phone.
Double echoey. That's fair.
So I didn't do that.
Are you ready to...
No, I saw you tweeted this.
You
I
don't
was
like
just
it,
about
do
to
you?
set you up for
You're
well,
mad about it.
No, I'm not mad. I just think you're wrong.
Why?
Because I don't think I was ever unfair to him. I don't think so.
Okay.
And you were the one who was questioning Matt LaFleur, saying, "Oh, let's run it back."
Yeah.
The day up, and now.
Yeah.
Do you owe him an apology?
Why would I owe him an apology?
You thought Matt LaFleur should have at least considered firing his ass.
Yeah. No, he should have.
You don't have to apologize for that. What do I have
I'm
to
not
apologize for?
I didn't say fire him. I said let's go through a process. I never said can him. Not once.
If
Go roll
you're
the tape.
suggesting that we should go through a process of determining if you want someone else to be the defensive coordinator, you are suggesting that he is not up to the task.
No, I'm
Yes
suggesting last season was a disaster, and every player and every coach should be evaluated. You shouldn't 12 hours after you just got your guts ripped out and your fans left Lambeau weeping that you should just say, we're running this thing back. That's all I said. I have been Joe Barry. I've actually had Homer apologize to Joe Barry. I'm going to get you to apologize to Joe Barry because
you definitely aren't.
His defenses, while I can understand the frustration, he's done a pretty good job. And this season, I think especially late last season, which is why he kept his job, he did some different things, and the group did a better job, and they won a bunch of games. This year, there is, and I don't have the analytics of this. I'll put our 565 team on it.
Okay.
I've given those guys a break. It's time to get back to work. Geriad and Klinkster. Which team has given up less big plays than the Green Bay Packers defense?
So I worked on that last night, and the numbers, it depends on how you're defining big plays. Are you defining
Give me
them
the
as
ones that will fit my narrative? That's how
yeah,
you media
because
folk
that's
do
the
things.
problem.
Find
because
my
if
narrative
you use
fitter.
explosives,
Yep.
which is 12-yard runs, 16-yard passes or more, they're like one of the worst in the league.
Okay, we don't want that one.
So, and in support of your position, when I found that stat last night for my story in the Wisconsin State Journal, where the headline reads, "While it might not be dominating, the Packers' defense is getting the job done as it has all season." Mm-hmm. But once I found that statistic, that did not make the story because it did not fit my narrative at all.
Yeah.
I did find that they have, during the last 5 games, only allowed a total of 15 completions of 20 yards or more, and none that are like 50 yards or 40 yards, like the big, huge plays. So they are doing what they're supposed to do in this scheme.
So, quick question for you boys. If the season ended today, do you guys want, the Packer fans want Joe Barry back as the D coordinator?
Is there a topic that you think engenders more passion about in a negative way than Joe Barry?
And that's the point I'm making. I understand people can be frustrated with him. The defense is, what are they in points allowed? Top 10.
Ninth. They are ninth.
That's pretty blank and good.
So I crunched a bunch of numbers.
Oh, a big number cruncher.
I also
you
got
trying
your
to get over at 565 analytics
No,
with the boys?
I hear the pay scale's not very high.
It's really poor.
Might
be some Kringle. Can you get him some Kringle? Can you fire him some Kringle?
Only if Geriad and the Klinkster do some singing.
What do you mean, can I fire him some? You run the analytics firm.
I know, but I'm asking Jason as a
He's a figurehead.
Yes,
you want Jason to pay your employees in
Well,
Kringle?
he's reaping in the benefits. He's writing articles about all these analytics.
Not from them, though. At no point in the story does it say, per 565 analytics.
Is there any way you will ever write an article that will cite 565 analytics?
Yes.
Anyway,
Please do it.
I think there's an outside chance that at some point I will write a story about analytics and say everybody thinks they can do analytics. Even ex-Packers right tackle Mark Tauscher started his own collective.
What if Geriad and Klinkster find a nugget that is really good that nobody else has put out there? Would you cite 565 analytics as the source of that info?
Yes.
All right, boys. You have a mission. The season, you got about 6 weeks left in the season.
New Year's
The Packers
resolution.
are going 5-0 over the last 5 weeks.
I want the Klinkster and the boys to get something, a nugget of some sort that Jason Wilde will cite in a State Journal article.
But they have to also like tweet it from the 565 analytics
Oh,
account.
no doubt.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it. Yes.
So anyway, if you look back on whether it's the 85 Bears, so I got a reference in as a tip of the cap to you.
Love the 85 Bears.
Or the best defenses that the Packers have had, which clearly 96 and 2010 were both great defenses. We think about those offenses and how explosive they were, but they both had great defenses. I would say we don't see a Hall of Famer on the roster currently for the Green Bay Packers, right?
Not on defense, no.
Yeah.
I mean, Jordan Love on offense, and then that's probably it.
Right, sure, exactly. The bust is being made already. But
So let me ask you this, Jason.
Okay.
Because you don't
Wasn't
you don't
building to
seem to
anything
want to pull the Joe Barry.
I'm fine.
No, I
pulling
think
it.
I have a better one.
Okay, great.
Has Joe Barry's defense exceeded your expectations for this year, or has it been below your expectations, or is it porridgey?
No, here's the weird thing about expectations. I mean, after the draft and after they took Lucas Van Ness, Brian Gutekunst gets up there, and you remember this, we talked about it at length, gets up there and says the expectations are really high for the defense. We've invested all these first-round picks in them. I think they've exceeded expectations because they haven't had, Eric Stokes hasn't played. He played 4 snaps on special teams all season. Jair Alexander has now missed more games than he's played. They traded Rasul Douglas. Their first-round pick, who had a sack last week and who I like the way he is building, is still not a major contributor. Rashawn Gary, who has 9 sacks, had a pretty quiet period there for about a month, where he was not
right after he signed that fat deal. Some
getting
fans
a ton
will
of
put that up
pressure, right? Not getting a lot of sacks. So, I think how they've exceeded the expectations for me is that the way they've done this without guys playing at optimal levels or guys playing at all, right? Like, I think Quay Walker's been up and down. I think Devontae Wyatt, a first-round pick, has done very little. I think we expected a jump from him. So that's where I would say they've exceeded expectations. At the same time, they have played the way that this defense is designed to play. They've given up a lot of yards. They're 18th in yards, but they're 8th in the red zone. 8th. Like, they don't give up points, which is great. And that's all that should really matter in today's NFL. And so for that, they have exceeded expectations.
I
No doubt.
agree. They've been, especially when the injuries, and I think one of the storylines coming up is going to be, what are you going to do if and when Jair and Stokey are healthy?
Yeah.
These young guys are playing their tails off. There is a different mentality with these guys. Are they just going to plug and play and pull these kids out? You're on a hot streak. I have a hard time believing Jair Alexander goes and says, man, I'm ready to roll. They're going to put him out there. Stokey, I don't know if that's the case.
I don't think so.
I don't either, because
I don't think so.
These young guys are balling. They're playing hard. Are they as good as Jair when Jair is fully loaded and engaged? No. But is that going to happen? I was very critical of Jair's tackling in this season when he's been healthy. I don't think it's been the same since he's had his big shoulder injury. I just don't. So that's going to be a question mark, because it is a fine line. It is, again, that needle that you're trying to thread to fix my quarter zip. How do you handle this with the young players that have helped get you to this spot where you're on this winning streak and potentially can win 8 in a row and win a playoff game and everything else?
That would be 9 in a row.
What would? Oh, with the playoff win.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not giving a playoff win. I'm not as bullish as Blue yet. I'm not there.
Okay.
I'm not saying that anyways. That's where this whole thing could get really interesting, because I think if Goody had his way, I think he's just going to say, let's roll with these young fellas.
Yeah.
And I think Matt LaFleur, I don't think Matt LaFleur and Jair Alexander are probably in the best place in their relationship.
I would say that very
I would venture, with all of the public things you've heard,
there's even more privately.
I think there's probably more fire behind that smoke, and I wonder if the Green Bay Packers are looking at it and say, let's just roll with these young fellas and see where we're at.
All right, so I think this is important for perspective, and the reason why I am not apologizing. First of all, I never called for him to be fired. Nor did you. No.
I'm not saying you did. I'm not saying you didn't. I'm not saying anything.
I'm not saying. I'm not going there. I'm just not going there. But where they're at statistically, here's the problem with the criticism he endured last year. They weren't that bad last year. It's just that we expect. I don't know what we expect. I think we expect all defenses. If you're not dominant, then you're not a good defense, basically. Like, if you're not the Ravens and the 49ers, you're not good enough. Because last year's numbers, their scoring defense finished 15th at 21.8 points per game. Okay, so that's obviously higher than this year, but not by much. They're 20.3 points per game.
Point and a half a game, that was a lot.
I understand. I get that. Right. After that, they were 17th in yards. This year, they're 18th. 28th in yards per play last year. Now, they were 8th in third down defense. They were 13th in red zone. This year, they're better in the red zone. That's why the numbers have gone down for scoring. But what I'm saying is they weren't, what's your phrase? A cellar-dwelling stink pot of a defense last year.
Boy, I'll tell you what, isn't that that quote from way back when just right on the nose?
Nobody thought that they were going to be a cellar-dwelling stink pot. Six wins is not good. No, I agree. By the way, they're still not taking the ball away enough, which is another reason why I would say they're
agree
not
with that. But
where they need to be.
let's pull the Joe Barry piece to this because I am interested to see where.
And how would you like that asked?
Expectation-wise, higher, lower, porridgey.
Higher, lower, porridgey.
Yes. And I know you know exactly what I'm saying.
And that's what you
well, you don't have to put porridge.
I think we do have to use porridgey.
Okay,
I do.
That's fine.
About what I expected / porridgey. So people understand what that is. All right,
it's
we
all
will pull
porridge,
that.
right? Like with Goldilocks.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, you got it. You're good.
But you say too high or too low, and then porridge isn't
just
like
about
the middle,
what I expected.
But
it's in the middle.
All three, like the too hot is still porridge. The too low
you're not
is still
eating
porridge.
you're eating the room temperature porridge. You're
It's
not
all
eating the hot or cold.
porridge.
You could go hot porridge, cold porridge, or the right amount of porridge, the right temperature porridge.
Peas porridge hot. What is porridge like? Is it
I was
oatmeal?
just going to ask that. I don't know. I don't know if I've had porridge.
Dude,
It
are you
sounds like
serious? You were just
something
going to
I'd eat.
ask that?
I was, yeah.
Could you? Hey, why don't you take Friday off? We don't have to preview a game because we'll do that on Monday. You just go to some hockey games or whatever it is that
I'm
you
a
do.
worker because I work. I don't take days off unless I'm on vacation. That's what I just don't.
I'm frightened by this, quite frankly. All right, we're gonna get the poll in the field. Hot, cold, or porridgey? But they're all porridge.
That's true. That's true.
Well,
I'm trying to think of the other. There was another Jordan Love one that we polled earlier, and we said, let's poll this later. And I don't know if it was contract extension or if it was, is he the guy? And it would be fun to cross-examine.
Yeah.
Again, another 565 deal. That cross-examination, I would think now, is it close to Canyon-esque that people think he's the guy moving forward now? Is it Canyon-esque?
We'll get to what Aaron Rodgers would say about a poll like that because he said it.
You think Packer fans care what Aaron Rodgers says about it now?
Maybe not. Maybe not, but he does.
Jesse, do you?
However you feel about him, I do think that his thoughts may be germane to this scenario.
You love that word. Every time you say germane, I think of the quarterback for Ohio State.
I always think of Jermaine Jackson.
Oh. I don't have enough to start that whole name thing, so I didn't do that. Jermaine Seeds. I know Seeds are Germain.
Saint Germain.
Little Saint Germain.
A great little lake
Yeah.
up in northern Wisconsin.
Mhm.
Got the dog, Germain. Saint Germain's a dog, too, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Jermaine Shepherd? Is that what you're referring to?
But I think, Jesse, do you care what Aaron Rodgers says about Jordan Love?
Yeah.
Okay.
More than I care about what he says about a lot of other things. He still has a
what?
relationship with Jordan Love.
Like, what don't you care about what he
All
has
right.
to say?
Zach Wilson.
Racine Danish Kringles has not started a porridge flavor. But if they chose to, I'm sure it would be delicious. We are going to pick our winner for the Jingle for Your Kringle contest at the end of the week. We're excited to do it. We got some great entries. I would like to apologize, though, not to Joe Barry, but I was a little bit disingenuous in our outstanding radio ad in which I tell Sydney, sure, you can enter, anyone can. She's not eligible. But she did a great job in the commercial, and I'm really proud of her. That said, if you didn't enter, that's okay, because you can still make Racine Danish Kringles part of your holiday tradition and your holiday celebration. Just go to kringle.com or call 800-4-DANISH. That's 800-4-DANISH. You can order their holiday sampler pack, which we got one of those, and they're delicious. They're little Kringles, so you don't have to eat the whole thing like I've been known to do from time to time. Again, kringle.com or 800-4-DANISH, and we'll give away our year-long Kringle for a year to our grand prize winner of the Jingle for Your Kringle contest coming up a little bit later this week. We will get the porridge poll in the field. Talk more about Joe Barry. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
One of the best high school basketball tournaments in the state is back December 15th and 16th at Madison College. The 608 basketball tournament features some of the best teams from around the state and star players coming to Wisconsin next year. And you can be there to experience the greatness. Friday's semifinals start at 6:30. Saturday's slate of 4 games, including the championship and some great showcases, start at 1:30. Check out the full list of teams and D1 recruits participating and purchase discounted tickets early at MadisonCollegeRecreation.com. The 608 basketball tournament, December 15th and 16th at Madison College.
Tito's handmade vodka is so good and smooth, you can mix it with anything. Now, hear us out. If your usual brunch cocktail sounds like a Tito's Bloody Mary stacked with garnishes is more like Tito's. Sounds pretty good. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
Zimbrick Chevrolet.
When was the last time you had your oil changed or your tires rotated? Do you need new tires, a battery, perhaps some windshield wipers? Zimbrick Chevrolet Service Center is equipped to help you with routine maintenance, major repairs, and everything in between. Get your free battery inspection coupon and schedule an appointment today at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Don't overpay. Shop Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie.
Main Street, Sun Prairie, Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Join Circa Sports at Casey's Cabin in Spring Grove, Illinois, before and during the Wisconsin-Arizona basketball game on December 9th. Circa Sports will be hosting an outdoor tailgate and an indoor watch party. Come across the border and place your bets on the game. Download and find the Circa Sports app today for exclusive Circa Sports giveaways. Bet on your favorite Milwaukee and Wisconsin teams with Circa Sports and go to circasports.com.
All Circa Sports bets must be placed in Illinois. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLING or text GAMB to 833-234.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Set your game plan for a new baseball season with a 2024 Brewers 4-pack. Pick from 4 action-packed plan choices, each loaded with can't-miss Brewers games to fit your schedule and the best ticket prices. All available before single-game tickets are sold. Plus, when you buy a pair of 4-packs, you'll get a limited edition Brewers knit hat. Find the right plan for you today at brewers.com/4packs.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
At Starion Bank, they pride themselves on being a super community bank. Small enough to show they care about you and the communities they serve, while being large enough to make big things happen. With 3 Madison area branches in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona, Starion Bank is here investing in your community while offering valuable personal and business banking services. Start your experience with Starion Bank today by going to starionbank.com. Member FDIC.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10, glistening once again, with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, toys in every store. But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots.
Jesse's working on his porridgey poll. Progress is slow. You running into some issues over there? You don't know how to spell porridgey?
Well, Twitter on our desktop is giving me an issue, so I got to do it on my phone. And then I was kind of trying to figure out the issue of how to word it, and Tausch and I ended up just kind of staring at each other during the commercial break for a minute.
It was an awkward deal.
We were both we were zoning, and then our eyes met.
It was weird. It was an odd deal. I think you might be right, Jason. I might be taking Friday. Things are getting a little too comfortable around here.
So let's ask this while Jesse works to finish the poll question. So, A, do you predict that people will be disappointed? Because I get a lot of folks who think that this is fluky. It's spooky.
It's not
how fluky it is.
Okay.
So they're not Joe Barry believers.
For sure. I think there's a lot of fans that feel that way.
But I don't think, they're not going to collapse. I don't think they're going to win all 5 of their final 5 games. I also don't think they're going
to. Who do you got them losing to?
I don't know, but they're going to lose to someone.
Okay.
Secondly, I think they might lose to 2 teams.
I apologize. I forgot you don't predict. My bad. I didn't want to put you in that bad spot.
I don't know. Can't wait till you take Friday off. So, at the same time, he ain't going anywhere. Like, there is not a defensive coordinator change coming. And Matt LaFleur, as I think our friend Rob Domofsky said when he joined us last week, he joins us once a week on this here program. Like, Matt LaFleur had trouble firing Mo Drayton when he clearly needed a new special teams coordinator, and then he considered keeping him on the staff in another capacity.
Sure.
Matt LaFleur is not a you're fired guy at all. So, and what he's done this year is not a fireable performance by any means. You may believe it's a fluke, but get used to Joe Barry as the defensive coordinator because he's not going anywhere.
No, I'd agree.
That said,
what if Jimmy Leonard calls LaFleur and says, "You know what, man? I love what you're doing. I'm getting back into coaching, and this is the spot I want to be. I want to be able to keep my family in the Madison area.
I want to be able to take the train back and forth to Madison with Craig Counsell."
What happens there?
Hey, we'd love to have you in as our
analyst,
defensive senior analyst. Exactly.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know about that.
Well, they're not going to find if he called, which I don't think he's going to, obviously. But if he did, I don't think that Matt LaFleur says, "Okay, Joe, bye." Like, and by the way, if you turn down a job opportunity with a team, is that team inclined to then offer you another one if you come calling to them?
That's a great question. I don't know. Every organization's different.
I'm going to guess no.
I would think you're probably right.
All right, Jesse's going to work on getting that poll in the field.
Can we do a side-by-side poll with the Jordan Love one? I don't know how the graphics of that work. It's just fascinating because I think we pulled it around the swoon. I call it the October swoon. And it was, I think it was like a 50-50 at that point.
Uh-huh.
I really think we're in Canyon territory now.
We can work on that. We'll get on that.
That's all I ask. Effort.
And I won't confuse not all you ask.
That's definitely not all you ask. All right, we need to get ready for Homer. The poll is in the field, so you can vote there. Did you use the word porridge?
I used porridgey twice.
Wow, that's a new league record. All right, so the poll is in the field. We'll get to Homer. We'll ask him what he thinks about Joe Barry.
I have my new favorite. I have my new favorite player. I want to be drafted by the Green Bay Packers. I'm not going to say who, but he's got the best nickname, the best name. I sent you guys that.
Chop.
We got to find a way to get him as a Green Bay Packer.
Pork Chop Womack. We will discuss that at some point, but Homer's coming up next. Want to remind you that it's a great time to be a Packers fan right now. They're rolling. They're going to win 9 in a row. 8-0 to finish the year, and then a playoff game, too. and you want to show your Packers pride by joining Associated Bank and getting Packers checking, AssociatedBank.com/Packers is where you can find out all the information, including not only about the 10% off discount that you give the Packers Pro Shop both in-store and online, but also the great customer service you'll receive. They have been great to me. They'll be great to you as well. So check out AssociatedBank.com/Packers to find out more. Uncle Homer's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Ho, ho, ho! I need a window.
Baby, it's cold outside.
So where do I go? Ho,
Come on,
ho.
Santa. Go to Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Put no money down, no payment, and no interest for up to 18 months.
Pella now, pay later. Ho,
That's right, Santa. Plus, our elves install year-round and in as little as 1 day. Offer ends December 31st. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. See show for details.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day with the family in a rugged and roomy CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days.
See your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
See dealer for financing details.
One of the best high school basketball tournaments in the state is back December 15th and 16th at Madison College. The 608 basketball tournament features some of the best teams from around the state and star players coming to Wisconsin next year. And you can be there to experience the greatness. Friday's semifinals start at 6:30. Saturday's slate of 4 games, including the championship and some great showcases, start at 1:30. Check out the full list of teams and D1 recruits participating and purchase discounted tickets early at MadisonCollegeRecreation.com. The 608 basketball tournament, December 15th and 16th at Madison College.
Life has its moments, times to remember and share. Mark the moment with jewelry from us. John Hayes for Goodman's Jewelers. Make the beauty of your purchase match the beauty of the moment. For over 90 years, Goodman's Jewelers has been providing sparkle to Madison. We can help you preserve a lifetime of memories with a special gift during this special season. Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street, the Diamond Store of Madison.
The best is at Goodman's.
2023 is a very special year for Goodman's Jewelers. We're celebrating 90 years of serving the greater Madison area. John Hayes for Goodman's Jewelers. Needless to say, that's a long time and a lot of great memories working with you, our customers. During these 9 decades, we've never deviated from our pledge to you, which is earning your trust, delivering top-notch service, and a selection that's second to none. Discover firsthand why Goodman's Jewelers is truly a destination worth reaching. 220 State Street, Goodman'sJewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. I joined the Princeton Club because I was looking for a place I could invest in my health, and the environment and the community I have felt has made it so easy for me to incorporate it into my everyday life. It doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey because they have something to offer everyone. It also goes beyond fitness. From the moment you walk in the club to the moment you walk out, there is a togetherness felt throughout the members and staff that keeps you going for your better tomorrow. Don't wait any longer and get started on your fitness journey today at PrincetonClub.net. That's PrincetonClub.net.
You're listening to Madison's home for Milwaukee Bucks basketball.
Lillard, three-pointer for the lead. It's Dame time.
Madison's home of Dame Time is 100.5 ESPN.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. Whatever you
This is such a
make
toe
sure
tapper of
you
a
do it
song.
right.
Love it. And you know what it means? It means it's time for the host of the Homer Hour. Although he just turns his show over to whoever he's with when I'm on. 5 to 6 every weekday on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. The voice of the soaring Marquette Golden Eagles.
Not Saturday, they weren't.
Although not Saturday. I really, for Shaka's sake, I really want them to beat Texas, who they face. I believe is tonight. Is that tonight, Jesse?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. And of course, you can catch him on God Talk, My Faith with Homer and Pip on YouTube. It is Steve the Homer. True Homer.
It is tonight. My bad.
That's what I thought.
Well, you corrected him so quickly.
Oh, it was
He
a
did.
Thursday night game. Whoopsie.
Yeah, FS1. I'm going to listen to it on the radio and hear the play-by-play guy complain about the officiating, tough whistle, and all that kind of good stuff. It is Steve the Homer. True Homer, good morning. How are you?
Don't know what day the game is. Okie dokie.
I did.
What a slap in the face.
I did.
That's
If they were
terrible.
third ranked, I would know.
Oh, burn. Kind of got
They
you on
just
that
got
one.
beat. I believe I stated on Twitter, Wisconsin's good. Wisconsin people don't want to hear this. Marquette people don't want to hear this. But they're like twins. They're twins. The programs in the last 5 or 6
Fraternal.
years have been identical in doing special regular season stuff and nothing in the tournament. Both these teams must make the Sweet 16 or the season is a disappointment. Wisconsin's good. Wisconsin just beat them. The two kids they've got, Storr, and who's the freshman? Blackwell, I may have his name right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're different. They can score. They could win the Big Ten. It'll be a disappointment if they don't finish first or second in the Big Ten. They're good.
21 from Max Klesman in the first half against the Golden Eagles
Great,
on
but then
Saturday.
he scored nothing but a
Correct.
turnover in the second half. Marquette blew them out like they do. They go from 16 down to 1 down. Wisconsin calls timeout and whooped them again. They won by 11.
Yeah,
it
that's what
wasn't
happened.
close.
Yeah, I listened
Well,
to the
no,
whole
they're
thing.
that good. Wisconsin is that good, and now you see what they did last night?
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah,
didn't see
whooped
it.
Michigan State at Michigan State.
Yeah, none of you guys watched it.
By the way, just an FYI, Tausch, because I know you're still a cable subscriber, you get Peacock with your cable. You just got to sign up. I
Yeah.
did it for the game after it was over, which didn't work out well. I'm just telling you, if you want to see something on Peacock, I'm trying to help
Hold on,
you.
you get it with cable?
Yes.
Because I paid for Peacock. I'm paying $5 a month. You mean I get it for free? I'll have to check on that.
At least with my Spectrum, that's how it happened.
wow.
All right.
Wow.
Homer, as much as I could talk college basketball with you and
Yeah,
Shaka.
I'm here to help. I'm here to help Tausch on this Super Bowl thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you realize the Packers defensively, if they just keep this pace, they're performing defensively more than good enough by today's standard to win a Super Bowl. And the key is if the offense over the last 4 weeks or whatever has been among the top 5 or whatever, that is the making of a Super Bowl winning team.
So are you saying? Because I
No, I'm
wouldn't
not saying.
say.
I think it's a bunch of crap.
Homer.
But I'm saying that it exists. What?
I'm saying
It's not made up.
So I wouldn't say it on our post-game show after the game. But are you saying it now on Wilde and Tausch?
No, I'm saying if you want to go in that neighborhood, and you clearly have a house in that neighborhood.
No. I do not. Just for the record.
Right.
No, I
So
don't.
just for the record,
Yeah.
if they have become an elite offensive team, they are playing at the standard of recent Super Bowl winning teams.
Okay, so you're
Defense doesn't
saying.
have to be any better.
So you're
What
saying
I'm
they could. So Brian Bulaga, who is on your show a couple days a week, and
Right,
he's been
that's correct,
fantastic,
yes.
just basically said, "Yeah, I could see him winning a playoff game." You
Yeah, I
joining
think
his
that's
club?
I think that's a reasonable position. I could see them doing
Are
it.
you
I'm not
joining
picking
his
them
club?
to. No,
Okay.
no.
Why?
But I think I think that's too far.
Okay.
I think they're making the playoffs. I have them playoff bound. John Anderson last night. No, he says they're playoff ready. He is like 90 years old. He is amazing.
That's Wilde. Him and Wilde could have a real
That's why
show
we're
where
friends.
nobody
Yeah.
makes any
And
predictions
playoff
on anything.
Ready. Actually, they're not even playoff ready. They have to do something the first series of the game against the Giants, and then they'll become playoff. They're really close to being playoff ready. I'm presenting this for those knuckle crazy people that want to go all the way to the top, they don't have to make stuff up. They have statistics. I don't know if the Packers offensively have been good enough to be top 5 in points scored over the last, what will we do it over the last 5 weeks, 4 weeks?
4 weeks. They only scored 20 points in that win over Brett Rippon and the Rams.
Yeah, that one. So since then.
So we were talking about Joe Barry, and and Tausch said that you have apologized to Joe Barry. Is that an accurate statement?
Yes, he has.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yep.
What did you apologize for?
That I said he sucks and he can never be good, and they're doing fine.
Yeah.
They're 9th in points given up.
Yep.
That's the standard by which you can win a Super Bowl.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, now I'm like you. I don't see how it can continue when you can't stop the run. But so far, it's there, and you're halfway through the season. So, yeah, I didn't think he was capable of doing this. They gave up, 612 yards rushing against Philly last year? What was it? 363.
There was a bunch. I know.
Jalen
Hurts had my prize picks less, and he smoked me in the first quarter. So, yeah, it was not good.
Not good for you.
But the bigger issue is just what you said. I mean, you got a better chance of the sun disappearing than Joe Barry not coming back next year. He's the guy. He's the defensive probably as long as
not if they don't make the playoffs and they fizzle here. No, but if they do what we think and make the playoffs, he ain't going anywhere.
Nah, he's not going anywhere, period.
No, if they don't make the playoffs and the defense thinks he's gone, period.
I know. Nope.
No, period.
Okay, all right.
Jason, you joining my club? Jason?
What? I don't know.
You joining my club?
Go ahead, Homer.
What if they go 8-9? If they go 8-9, he's not getting fired.
Missing the playoffs, losing to these teams, and giving up a bunch of rush yards and stuff. Yeah, no, he'll be gone.
It's almost as if we shouldn't predict things. So Jason
we
emails.
Of course we should. I don't know what Jason's talking about.
Jason,
we know he does.
Jason,
he's like
we're
you
aware.
Not saying you think they're going to make the Super Bowl.
No, I don't think they're going to make the Super Bowl. I don't.
Oh, you don't?
No, I've said that I didn't. I said I could see how people could think.
No, that's not what you said.
I didn't. I never once said they're making the Super Bowl. Not once.
I can see how people could think they might make the Super Bowl. I never heard
what
that.
I did. Here is what, just for clarity. What I have said.
You need to stand up on a regular basis.
Here is what I said from the jump, and I still believe that. San Francisco is head and shoulders above everybody else in the NFC as we sit here. But that doesn't mean the playoffs, somebody can't get beat. Green Bay was head and shoulders above, and San Francisco came into Lambeau and beat them because of numerous things. Playoffs are crazy. We all know that. Green Bay can beat every other team and they can beat every other team that'll qualify for the playoffs. And on the flip side, those teams can also beat Green Bay. But to act as if would be some fluke if they won against Philadelphia or Dallas or Detroit, I can't say it. I think they can beat them. Abso-blank-and-lutely.
Are they more likely to beat them, or are they more likely to lose to those teams you just mentioned?
Philly, they'd be more likely to lose. Detroit, they'd be more likely to win. Dallas is a complete flip. Take a coin.
I think you're underestimating the Cowboys
and as
at the moment.
I stated on the show, the issue to make the Super Bowl is not beating one. You have to beat a number of them. That is
why.
That's why Tausch isn't saying it.
That's why I'm 100%. Jason, stop finishing my sentences. This is annoying.
One quick. I want to move on from this with Homer and talk Jordan Love in the next segment with him. But one last question. This comes in via an email, not LinkedIn. No, email. From Jason, who emails me frequently. What if Woody Johnson chose to clean house in New York and Bob Saleh is out of a job? Forget about Jimmy Leonard. If he could have Robert Saleh be his defensive coordinator?
He'll be his coordinator tomorrow.
Right.
No.
I agree.
No. LaFleur would not do that. Plus, I want to emphasize, when you are offered a job and don't take it, the Packers would hire Jim Leonard anytime in the rest of his life if they needed a position. You're not mad at
that's
him.
not what I've heard.
That.
That's not what I've heard.
What have you heard?
I've heard it's time for a break.
What
have you heard about Jimmy Leonard, though? That's interesting. What did you hear?
I can't believe they're that stupid. They're that stupid?
They don't like Jimmy and would never hire him under any circumstances.
No,
is what you hear?
That's not what I've heard either.
Oh, what did you hear?
I've
I wanna
heard
know.
more Uncle Homer. Straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust. Well, the wonderful team at Zimbrick Chevy extends you warm wishes for a happy holiday season. And while celebrating and spending extra time with family and friends brings us all joy, the team at Zimbrick reminds you to make sure your vehicle is well equipped to handle winter travel to get you safely everywhere you want to go. Get in touch with the great team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, a team that I have trusted for vehicle maintenance and car buying experience for years. Schedule an oil change. Get your tires rotated. Get your car detailed so it's as clean as it can be both inside and out. Swap out those old windshield wipers. Stop in today and have the great service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie make sure your vehicle is in the best shape it can be to help avoid any potential issues during your holiday travel. Start by logging on to ZimbrickChevrolet.com to see all they have to offer, including browsing their entire new and used vehicle inventory. That's ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Happy holidays from Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Stoughton Trailers. Big trailers and big opportunity at Stoughton Trailers. Positions now open in production, operations, finance, sales, engineering, supply chain, and more. To apply today, go to stojobs.com. As the Wisconsin volleyball team prepares for their 11th straight Sweet 16 this Thursday, the American Volleyball Coaches Association has named 5 Badgers, 4 players and a coach, to the All-Region team. Anna Spreck, Carter Booth, Devin Robinson, and Sarah Franklin were first-team Northeast All-Region selections, while Franklin was the Northeast Region Player of the Year. Head coach Kelly Sheffield was also named the co-coach of the year. Wisconsin plays Penn State at the Fieldhouse this Thursday in the Sweet 16.
Unwrap your gift now, but pay later. Right now at Pella, put no money down, no payment, and no interest for up to 18 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Hi, I'm Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock with Retirement Income Strategies. And what sets us apart is we're an independent, family-run office. We help clients like you understand the financial world and build a portfolio that's in your best interest. To learn more, go to MadisonMoneyGuy.com.
I'm attorney David Gruber. We've helped injured Wisconsinites for more than 30 years. Trust our hometown team to get you back in the game. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Join Circa Sports at Casey's Cabin in Spring Grove, Illinois, before and during the Wisconsin-Arizona basketball game on December 9th. Circa Sports will be hosting an outdoor tailgate and an indoor watch party. Come across the border and place your bets on the game. Download and find the Circa Sports app today for exclusive Circa Sports giveaways. Bet on your favorite Milwaukee and Wisconsin teams with Circa Sports and go to circasports.com.
All Circa Sports bets must be placed in Illinois. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLING or text GAMB to 833-234.
Tired of power outages disrupting your life? Make them a thing of the past by getting a Generac home standby generator from Adams Generators. Adams Generators is the largest and #1 rated Generac dealer in Wisconsin. With 24/7 emergency support, our factory-trained technicians are standing by to assist you. Visit adamspower.com/generators to make sure your power always stays on. That's adamspower.com/generators.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. Well, it's always a good time to get that special someone in your life a beautiful gift. And when I'm in need of a new piece of jewelry, Chalmers Jewelers is my go-to place. Whether I want a timeless classic or a one-of-a-kind piece, Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison has just what I'm looking for. My life has been made so much easier thanks to the great team over at Chalmers Jewelers, and is the reason I keep going back for more. Visit chalmersjewelers.com to find your perfect new piece of jewelry today.
From a seat in the stands to the best seat on the couch, Tito's Handmade Vodka is there on game day for every fan. Find cocktail recipes at titosvodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. You're making love or starting the schoolyard fight.
Continuing with Uncle Homer. Homer, where are you at on Jordan Love now? Tausch believes that if we pulled this... Oh, did you hurt your knee? You all right over there?
I did, yeah. I jammed it.
Let's be careful.
It's questionable for the remainder of the show.
I'll be pushed through it. It's a victory with Rolo. Where are you at? Because Tausch suggested that if we pulled now, is Jordan the long-term guy, that it would be a 98%. We call it a canyon. Once upon a time, you would have called it a... I don't know. Do we still have a partnership with them? I'm not sure. Not new mail. Where do you stand on Jordan Love today?
The same as I always have. The only thing that matters is what Goody thinks. I said this a couple weeks ago. He was sold on him then. He'll be signed the first day they can sign him, unless Jordan Love shocks us by being difficult. I don't think that's his nature. And so now we see how he's going to be.
Yeah, but are you sold on him? We know
him
Goody is.
We weren't asking you what Goody thought.
Yeah, we don't care if you think Goody. What do you think?
Okay, hold on. Okay, I put him in the Packer Hall of Fame, 3 months ago?
I don't know.
I was the only one?
Okay.
Yeah, I did. Has anybody joined me there? You got him in the Packer Hall of Fame?
Always got to be first.
Don't
Don't put him in the Pro Football Hall
Why
of
did
Fame
you
right
go
away?
to
That's
Goody
my
there? Do you think he's the guy?
Well, yes, he's the guy. Yes,
Okay.
I've already told you.
There,
he's
it's
the
not
guy.
that hard.
Goody thinks he's the guy. Now,
Hey,
wait a minute.
that wasn't
Now,
so hard, was it?
Now, hold on, because now by asking me the guy is asking me the question that I already told you. Goody thinks he's the guy, so he's the guy. So would I use it? Would I sign him to an extension when that comes? The way things are going, yeah, I can't do it till May, right?
So the answer is yes. You think he's the guy.
So here's why
Goody
I asked.
thinks this and all that.
that doesn't say how good he's going to be.
Nobody said.
He
I
could
didn't
be the
ask
guy.
you that.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
wait a minute,
Yes, he's the
because
guy.
that's where
He's
I'm
the guy.
going.
Oh, okay.
This
Well,
was to
Jason
set
might
the
ask
table.
that. I'm not going to ask that.
Yeah, this was to set the table. We finally had a moment where we weren't vibing exactly right today. It's good to be back to normal. Bill Huber, which I know Tausch saw.
Yeah, that was reckless and stupid.
They're going to win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years.
Yeah, that's
Well,
crazy.
first off, it's not even provocative. Like, if you're going to say they're going to win it this year, that's
Don't go
provocative.
after my boy Bill Huber.
I
Come
like
on.
Bill Huber, but come on. 5 years in the NFL, you might as well talk about decades. 5 years in the NFL?
No, I
40
stand by
years.
what I said before. I stand by what I said before. The reason it's crazy is because the problem with the Packers is going to be they're going to be in an area that we haven't experienced for a long time, and that is in the middle. Good enough to make the playoffs. Good enough to maybe win a game. But what's special? Now, if that was a homer and he wants to be the first one to say it and he believes it, then it'll go down as one of the greatest predictions ever, because there's nothing about the Packer team that is special enough, unless you believe that Jordan Love is special, to think they're going to win a Super Bowl. What is special?
They just hold up a second.
They won
hold
three
up a
games in a row.
second.
Now they're going to win a Super Bowl in the next
Homer,
5 years.
Here's
Yeah.
the deal.
Yeah, I'm
they
with Homer on that one.
just went and beat probably the third or fourth best team, second or third best team in the NFC on the road,
Yeah.
short notice, without some of their best players, a first-year starting quarterback with the youngest skill group in the history of the league.
Yep.
And then they just knocked off the defending world champions, fully loaded, and there ain't anything special about that? The hell are you talking about, man?
Well, like that's never happened?
No,
like Don Mikowski,
it
Go back
hasn't.
to Brian Mikowski's team. They beat the 49ers when they were the Super Bowl
With first and second year wideouts or Sterling Sharp floating around out
They
there?
didn't have anything.
I think Sterling Sharp was floating around.
5 and 12. Yeah, but they said
I think Ed West was still on the
Eddie
team.
the Toolbox
they had
West.
Lindy and Fonte
Oh
as
my
the head
God,
coach, and
we
they'd
did it
gone
again.
4 and 12 the year before.
No,
What?
I took that from you. That
Oh,
wasn't me. So, Homer, I get the fact that but you're looking at this, and how are you not saying what you saw the last 2-3 weeks?
Right. Yeah.
It's been pretty blank and special.
It has been. Yeah.
But you
which
just
means
said, what's
they'll make
special
fun of it.
about him?
It's only
Well,
I
again,
just said
2
it.
games isn't special. Players are special. Head coaches are special. GM is special. All right, who's special? I think the closest thing you would have would be, I don't know. Who is?
That, as Natasha Bedingfield has said many times, is unwritten. We don't know.
Oh, you're pulling a Wilde?
No,
we
you don't know.
make predictions
No, I'm
ahead
not
of time. What do you mean we don't know?
I'm not blasphemous enough to say it, but to act as if there's nothing special about what's going on right now.
No,
there's a lot of special going on.
Players
Christian
and
Watson's
the
been
coach
special last couple weeks.
Yeah, you're misunderstanding the way Homer uses the word special, and I talk to him more frequently than you. Not as often as
He
I
knows
used
what
to.
I'm. He knows what I'm saying. He just wants
No.
to be typical.
I wasn't
I'm
being
not trying to be
condescending
difficult,
there.
for the record.
No, it just comes naturally. But my point is that he uses special in a special way. Like you're right. What you're saying about what's happened the last couple weeks and what Jordan Love has done and Christian Watson, it is special. But his is kind of a higher level special of like it's his word that he likes to use for. He doesn't like me calling him the GOAT, but when it comes to Wisconsin Sports Talk Radio, he is special. I'm not special yet. He's
I am.
special.
I got a damn good 1-hour show. There's nobody ever as good as me that's been down to a 1-hour show. That is damn right. You nailed it. Go ahead.
It's true. No,
Yeah.
You'll get no
Okay.
argument from me.
That's right.
I think you and I should do like a separate Digi-only podcast. Me and Homer. The GOAT, and I'd have to come up with something. But I need the Falcon and the GOAT or
291.
something.
291 and the GOAT.
Yeah. All right. Homer, enjoy tonight's game.
Just wait, they play tonight.
really
Jesse
looking
told me it
forward
was
to it.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
You
it's
sure, Homer?
big
You
one
sure
tonight.
it's not tomorrow? Because Jesse claims it's tomorrow.
7 o'clock.
They might change it. Jesse's that big.
I guess.
He is the most
Texans will
improved on
hang
the
around
show.
for an extra day, they'll do it.
Homer, call a good one tonight. Good luck to Shaka and your crew. We appreciate you, buddy, and you are the GOAT. You're special. Bye. All right, bye. I don't know where he stands on Love now. He's clearly saying he's not special yet.
No,
that
that's
much
for
I
sure.
understand.
Yeah.
So we will regroup because that's what we usually have to do after we've spent some time with Homer. But someone who is special, or a company that is special, certainly a partnership that is special, is our partnership with AmFam.
Indeed, and Homer's down there in Austin, Texas. We just saw the Wisconsin Badgers basketball team beat up on the Michigan State Spartans. And American Family Insurance wants to give you a chance to go watch the Badgers this year with a VIP experience at a Badger basketball game this season. You and a friend. Pre-game, courtside passes, tour of the facility, tons of beautiful merch to support your Badgers. Enter today at amfam.com/Badgers. No purchase is necessary. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
The 11 o'clock hour will begin with Aaron Rodgers talking about Jordan Love. And I understand that some of you are not interested in what he has to say. But I think this is germane. We don't have to listen to him talk about defending Zach Wilson or ayahuasca or those kinds of things. You're off the hook for that. But I think his take, God, that's a good-looking young fella. I think his view on Jordan Love is instructive, and we'll hear it next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
9 minutes of fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison, and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. The Sports Center brought to you by Mr. Irrelevant. Join Alex Strofe and a featured special guest every Monday, Wednesday, that's today, and Friday, exclusively streaming on ESPN Madison's social media platforms. Subscribe to hear the Mr. Irrelevant podcast on Wisconsin On Demand and wherever you get your podcasts. Tomorrow afternoon, the Milwaukee Bucks will play in the inaugural semifinals of the NBA's in-season tournament. The Bucks took down the New York Knicks 146-122 last night at Fiserv Forum in the quarterfinal round, meaning it's the Bucks facing Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers tomorrow in Vegas. Tip time at 4 o'clock. Pre-game coverage with Justin Garcia and Dave Kane starts at 3:30 right here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN. You can also watch the game on ESPN TV and the app. College basketball, Wisconsin. Its sixth straight win, 70-57. The 23rd ranked Badgers took down Michigan State, opening up Big Ten play last night. The Badgers have now won 3 straight in East Lansing for the first time in program history. Next up for the 23rd ranked Badgers, number 1 Arizona, Saturday afternoon on the road on ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
I'm not going there. I'm not saying that it's worth joining the video stream purely to see me. I look like the lost Backstreet Boy.
Yeah.
Like the guy that got kicked out of the band. Like, wasn't quite good enough. Too pitchy, dog.
Kind of like, not Justin Timberlake's lackey, but like who's a lesser NSYNCer?
Joey Fatone.
No, he's kind of a big deal. Yeah. Somebody less.
J.C. Chazez.
I can't even name the other one.
Is like lackey. Like you're running around getting him water and stuff.
No, he's not his lackey. He's got the mic. Like, he's got to be part of the band.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, he's singing on stage with his leather jacket.
Yeah, handsome fella.
Turtleneck.
There. Well, you're a very handsome fella right there.
Oh, no. All right, we got to stop kidding around.
Uh-oh.
Our buddy Big Mike is in the hospital.
Uh-oh.
Tom Pelissero reporting that Dallas Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy experienced abdominal pain this morning that warranted further evaluation and resulted in a diagnosis of acute appendicitis. He is currently slated for surgery this afternoon. Expected to be released later today and anticipates coaching on Sunday night, which is how Mike is. That's not surprising. But Godspeed and get well soon, Coach Mike.
Yeah. Again, there's surgery, and then there's it's a regular, easy-going surgery until it's you that's doing it. But
right,
typically appendicitis should be
yes. Well,
so
we
wish we'll have less sleep and we'll be grumpy.
He will have less sleep and he'll be grumpy because he's going to have surgery later this afternoon.
Boy,
but,
they're humming. They are humming.
They are. Yeah. I'm going to send him a note real quick. But look,
extra motivation for
Eagles. You're going to send him a
week.
note right now. He's in the hospital.
He's having surgery this afternoon. He's probably waiting.
Give him a beat and send it a text tomorrow. You're going to text him while he's on the
game
operating
plan
slab.
ready, working ahead. He's going to be out a couple of days.
I bet he's like, why is Wilde not text me as I'm on the slab?
All right, here we go. I'm going to text him right now.
Okay, great
what
stuff.
What do you want me to say?
I wouldn't text him right now. I'd text him after. Texting him right now seems...
Text him like Friday.
I'll text him again to check in, but don't you wish him, hey, good luck with the surgery today? We're pulling for you?
It's an emergency appendectomy.
What did he say emergency? He didn't write emergency. He's having it this afternoon.
If your appendix is ready to
11:09.
rupture, it's probably an emergency. Be my guess.
It's acute. Said it was acute.
I don't know what that means.
It's a cute little appendicitis. The little elves are going to work on it, like you like to say.
I think I changed my mind. You should text him now. Because if you don't text him till later, then he's going to be like, oh, you saw, but you didn't care.
Right. Thank you,
And,
Jesse.
like, he'll get to it when he gets to it.
You act like this is like the Juji fruits from Seinfeld.
He's a busy guy.
I stopped and got some Juji fruits.
All right. Send it.
I'm just saying. Can I include you? Tausch and I
Yeah,
are
of course. I wish
wishing
Mike
you-
nothing but
I'd
the
like
best
to be
of health.
included, too.
Yeah, put Jesse in there, too.
And the other guy on the show says he hopes you're okay, too.
Hope
The
it's not-
most improved guy on our show.
Hope it's not from that expired creamer I gave him all those years ago.
All right. Let's get to Aaron Rodgers, someone who was a pain for Mike McCarthy on occasion as well.
Very, very, very frustrating.
Again, we don't play much of it. Remember when we used to, every Wednesday, our show was basically recapping all the stuff he said on Pat McAfee?
I do recall that, yeah.
I don't miss those Wednesdays.
I don't either.
Nope.
We've got Bulaga, we got Homer. We don't need him. But this was really interesting to me. Him talking about the rush to crown or criticize Jordan Love and all young players in general. Here's Aaron Rodgers yesterday in person in New York with Pat McAfee.
Am I surprised by the way Jordan's played? No. Am I happy for him? Hell yeah. And there's some people that probably like this, but there's some people probably thinking that I was rooting against the Packers this year, rooting against Jordan. Couldn't be farther from the truth. I'm not a bitter person about that. Like, obviously I wish things had gotten different when I was in Green Bay. And there's things that I wish I had done better. But I have so much love for that organization. I have so many people I still talk to, every single week that work there. If I catch Jordan's game, I usually send him a message. I keep in touch with how they're doing. So I'm not surprised at all. I also think for all these young kids that are playing, let's give them some time to develop, You crown somebody too early, the expectations, the weight of that is tough to deal with. You bury somebody right away, dealing with that type of negativity and pressure is hard for people to come back from.
Tausch, your reaction?
Well, first off, the transformation to Brett Favre is now official. He asked and answered two questions to himself.
He did. I noticed that too. Yes.
Absolutely fantastic.
I love you guys.
That part, not shocking. Everything else is kind of played out that way. It's a different landscape. I understand that's what is fair. NFL life ain't fair. The media treatment ain't fair. And Jordan knows, outside of being the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, probably going to be the most scrutinized position if and when you start showing positive signs, which he has. And by the way, you take it on. And that is a part of being an NFL quarterback. So, yeah, in a perfect world, I think Jordan has benefited a ton from Aaron Rodgers because our fan base was so done with him that even in his October swoon, people were critical, but it was, let's just wait and see. It was not, I didn't sense there was a ton of overreaction about Jordan. It was, he's young. He's got all these young players. There was all of these things, and I think a vast majority, if not all of the Packers fan base is pulling for Jordan to be good for a lot of reasons, self-serving or not. So all of the stuff that Aaron said, it's great. It's not reality, and he knows it's not reality. So I find it interesting. Do I think that he's really rooting for the organization to be world champions this year? I don't. I just don't. Do I think he likes the fact that some people are saying that Goody has bludgeoned his new organization? Probably not, but he knows the facts are the facts, and it's a bludgeoning. And it's only going to get better from Green Bay's perspective. And as I said, depending on which road Woody and the boys go with the New York Jets, there's a good chance Aaron Rodgers finishes his career somewhere else. So all of these things are in play. Aaron would have loved for his team to dominate, go to the playoffs, and for Jordan Love to be, okay, get paid, and for the Green Bay Packers to sit in mediocrity. And he can say everything else that he wants, and that's fine, but that's what I believe. That's where I think Aaron's head was at.
Like Jordan having a season like he had in 2008,
6 and
where
10,
he played really well,
things,
but you guys
made
didn't
some
win.
mistakes, and he got paid. I think there's not a doubt in my mind he wishes well for Jordan Love. I firmly believe that. Do I think that he wants them to lead his team to an 11-6, 8 wins in a row, and maybe winning a playoff game, or God forbid, winning a Super Bowl and tying him with the most Super Bowls from a. No, I don't think he wants that. I don't think it's a narrative that he wants to deal with. I don't.
All right. I can only assume that for this portion of the program, our big cat is like working on some other stuff because
he's been AWOL today.
He's like it's Pavlovian with him for Big Cat. When you mention Aaron Rodgers, usually our private texts light up with him, and we've heard nothing. So in his stead, I ask our most improved cast member, Jesse Nelson, how he interprets. You're so unenthusiastic about your improvement.
It's a slap.
You're in a
face.
managerial position. We've launched your career.
It's true.
No, I did it all myself.
You were just kind of a little part-time cat, and then
I was
the Wilde and Tausch crew brought you into the fold, and now you're basically running this
show.
If you ask everybody out in the office here, they basically say Jesse Nelson's running the show. That's what people say.
He's not wrong.
Still doesn't mean improved. Just means I've
All
got
right,
promoted.
all right, let's put it this way. You've gotten lazier and you've gotten worse. Does that make you feel better?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there you go.
All right, you can have that. You can have that conversation with your therapist. What do you think of what Aaron Rodgers said about Jordan Love here? Let me be clear. I really liked it. I thought he made a really good point that when we heap this on him, either negatively or positively, it creates and I understand no blank. That's what the NFL is, but it doesn't mean we have to do it. And I would argue that I have tried, despite my frequent saying of how much I like Jordan, to try and slow everybody's roll both when it's positive and when it's negative.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like what he said.
How's that work for you?
I'm fine with it.
I am too. I think Jordan Love has been treated incredibly fairly, and he's playing great football, and he's going to be showered.
And he's going to have a game where he stinks.
Do
in
you
the last
believe?
5.
I agree,
Still
and
believe
I'm going to tell you this: there's not going to be if we lost to KC, and it was 41-15, scoregami. I would not be changing my tune. I'd still tell you they're a playoff team. None of that. It just last Sunday was a springboard game. Jordan had it on his calendar.
Yeah.
Jordan knew it was a big blanking deal, and he delivered the goods, and that's why I'm more excited than ever. Now, do you believe what Aaron Rodgers said about the Packers' success and everything else?
Not really.
Not at all.
I don't believe that. No.
I think there are still guys there that he likes.
No doubt about that.
That he would like to see them be happy and have some success. I think the problem is, like, I know he's, evolved and everything else. Jesse, by the way, great take on Rodgers there.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. We're not giving you the chance
Appreciate
to
it.
improve. But there's no way he doesn't hate Brian Gutekunst's guts. No way. I'm sorry. You think I'm a grudge holder? That's another reason why we probably got along. So, like, he's in this quagmire of, I got some people I really like there, right? Like, there's a bunch of coaches that he still likes. There's all kinds of support staff, and there's players that he likes. But he doesn't want Goody to have success. He wanted Goody to get himself fired.
He did. Yeah.
Like, that was his motivation.
I would agree.
So that's got to be a tough spot to be in. Yeah, I really like these guys, but man, I hate this other guy.
Just bludgeoning. I was actually asking, and I couldn't get my mom to do it, but I wanted her to bring out the meat cleaver and just give me a video of her meat cleaver and some stuff.
Smack.
That's the vision. That's the visual I want you all to think of when you think of Goody right now.
I just want to thank Diane publicly for not allowing her son to coerce her into doing a video of her with a meat cleaver.
How fun would that be, though?
Wham!
You want to talk about YouTube? We'd get
She's
some
an incredible
great
woman.
YouTube action if Mom would
I don't want her to be viewed as
Dan
Cambridge's neighbor. Exactly. God, that's exactly where I was going. So, Jesse, before we put a bow on this and then double and triple bow it, where are you at on this Rodgers take?
I think it's interesting because Rodgers has been in the same situation or similar situation that Jordan Love is. So I think he speaks from experience. I think on a previous edition of a Tuesday show that he would join, he would share a little more vulnerability in sharing how he felt at the beginning of his time and why he would say it's important for people to not try and crown or dethrone young players so quickly, because I'm sure he experienced some of those ups and downs when he was in that situation. So I would love to hear him be a little more open about that as opposed to kind of the arrogant up on the throne tone that he typically shares when he's on the show that he's on now.
Okay. All right, we need to play double trivia. Jesse, does this mean, because it's Wednesday and because this has become a new tradition, that once again we will have dueling Wisconsin geography trivia Wednesday?
That is correct.
Nice. Because we're talking about Jordan Love and we're talking about Aaron Rodgers, should we do caller 10 and caller 12, or should we call 8 and caller 10? Because he doesn't wear 12 anymore.
Well, Tausch isn't doing anything for the next segment, so why don't we let him pick?
Which callers would you like, Tausch?
Let's go 8 and 10. Aaron is no longer a Green Bay Packer. He is 8. Jordan Love is
always
10.
a Packer.
Not this year.
And then next week on Wednesday we'll do 65 and 75 in honor of Mark Tauscher and Brian Bulaga. That would be fun.
All those guys that are entering the transfer portal and they say, like, always a Badger.
Yeah.
Always a
those
Bruin.
videos need to go the way of the White Buffalo. Those are so dumb.
Except Chop.
No, Chop's going to the pros. You go to the pros, I'm good, baby.
Yeah, that's different.
That's
44
totally different.
out. His hashtag was 44 out.
I love it. I want Chop on the G&G.
Indeed. All right, caller 8 and caller 10, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776, caller 8 and caller 10 for dueling double Wisconsin Geography Wednesday trivia. Want to remind you, too, of our great relationship with Gruber Law Offices. I saw one of David's TV commercials the other day, and you can tell that his history in this state and in the Milwaukee area, I mean, it showed like old commercials. It was like a throwback. He's been around forever. And he's been helping Milwaukeeans and Wisconsinites who've been injured in accidents for that long. And so go to gruber-law.com. You can actually find that commercial on there, by the way. You can also find out more about their lawyers, about their history as a firm, and, of course, everything they do in the community. And if you need their legal advice, one call. That's all. 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666. Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, wishing you and your loved ones a happy holiday season from Grassland Dairy. As you gather with friends and family to celebrate the season, remember that no holiday spread is complete without the pure and delicious taste of Grassland butter on your table. For toast, pancakes, dinner rolls, and everything in between, Grassland butter is the gift that keeps on giving. And in this season of love and celebration, Grassland Dairy again extends a huge thank you to all of the hardworking dairy farmers across the state of Wisconsin. Without them producing such high-quality ingredients, Grassland would not be able to deliver that pure and delicious flavor on your table that we've all come to know and love. Thank you, farmers, and thank you, Wisconsin, from Grassland Dairy. Butter better with better butter. Since 1904, there's been no better product and no better taste than Grassland Dairy. Happy holidays from Grassland Dairy, crafting butter for 5 generations.
The host might be irrelevant, but the conversations aren't.
You're not a big drinker? Not really, no. But you do like the gummies. Well, remember, I went to a boarding school in upstate New York. I mean, geez, you don't think I'm going to get high once in a while?
Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe.
You love the theory, Chris, that old men love to be naked.
They do. In public. I think you reach an age where you're just like, I don't care, bro.
Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe. Live on ESPN Medicine's YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And available wherever you get your podcasts.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day with the family in a rugged and roomy CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days.
See your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
See dealer for financing details.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet.
It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Ever wonder how the best athletes find the power to jump higher, cut quicker, skate smoother, drive farther, and stick the landing? At Prevea Orthopedics in Green Bay, we know power starts with the hips. That's why Dr. Michael Ryan and our team of experts provide comprehensive and advanced expertise in hip care, unlike anywhere else. Come to Prevea Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, where we can preserve your hips so you can pursue your goals. Prevea Orthopedics, specializing in you.
Dash the Dane. That's right, Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company has expanded their delivery offerings with DoorDash. New customers get $5 off your first order of $25 or more. And don't forget, Dash Pass subscribers always receive free delivery. Order delivery today at GreatDanePub.com or on the DoorDash app and get food delivered from the Great Dane closest to you. Downtown, Hilldale, Fitchburg, or East Madison. Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's home for craft beer and pub food since 1994.
Join the roar of 18,000 Bucks fans at Fiserv Forum and be a part of the slam dunks, game-changing plays, and electrifying victories live. Witness the edge-of-your-seat action and unforgettable moments as they happen. You don't want to miss this. Grab your calendar, handpick your favorite matchups, and secure your seats for Dame time in Milwaukee and every incredible moment that comes next at Bucks.com/tickets. That's Bucks.com/tickets.
I'm attorney David Gruber. We've helped injured Wisconsinites for more than 30 years. Trust our hometown team to get you back in the game. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. Don't want a doll, no dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
I say I prefer Dominic the donkey over the hippopotamus for Christmas. Time now for trivia. Let us welcome in our contestants. First, caller number 8. Caller 8 is Eric in Green Bay. Eric, right around the corner. How you doing today?
Doing all right. How are you?
We are great, thanks. And then caller 10, and this has been known to cause some confusion at times. Watertown, Waterford.
Both fine places.
Waterford. It is Ryan in Waterford. Ryan, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, guys. Doing great.
Oh, the Goslings. Waterford.
No.
We all knew you were doing that on purpose.
Crystal. A lot of crystal in water.
Wolverines.
Oh, okay.
All right. And I think we've covered this crowd with Ryan previously. So let's just get to trivia. Eric, you've got question 1 on series 1 of these questions, and that question is this. Which Wisconsin city is home to high schools named Bradford, Indian Trail, and Tremper? Is that Kenosha, Waukesha, or Bentrailper?
Let's go Kenosha.
Kenosha, eh? Yeah.
Correctamundo. Question 1 for you, Ryan. Which Wisconsin city is home to high schools? He's been doing this for a while now. There's a synergy there. Which Wisconsin city is home to high schools named?
That's what I've seen.
Case, Horlick, and Park. Is it Racine, Waukesha, or Parkaslick?
Racine.
We're seeing St. Catherine's not getting love in that.
Nah, sorry, St. Cat's. Forgot about you.
All right, question 2, Eric.
Did you have something to say on that front?
No, I thought it was Janesville. I thought it was Janesville Parker is what I thought.
Janesville Parker, Janesville Craig, and then...
You just ignored Case and Horlick
Janesville
as part
Case.
of it.
I only caught part of it. So...
All right, question 2.
What were you doing?
I don't know. He's not paying attention. He doesn't. He's got no responsibilities for whatsoever. All right, question 2, Eric, is this: longitudinally, which of these Wisconsin cities is located farthest east? Farthest east. Is it Kaukauna, Kewaskum, or Kiel? Kaukauna, Kewaskum, or Kiel, farthest east in Wisconsin?
Let's go Kewaskum.
I would say yes on that.
Then you'd be wrong.
Is it Kaukauna?
You taushed it. So the only reason I would have guessed Kiel, which I would not have known either, is that I see the exit for that on I-43 during my ballet Ubering.
Yeah, but that's south. Is it
right? But it's still that I-43 is farther east than 41, which is what.
So it because it juts out.
Yeah,
it juts.
See, yeah. All right,
it's tricky.
Tough
it
question.
It's tricky.
Not
well,
really. It's fair, but it's not. Okay.
Now, before we get into a situation where you're talking about ginseng and the like, let me ask the next question. Latitudinally, which of these Wisconsin cities is located farthest north? Farthest north. Kaukauna, Kewaskum, or Kiel?
Kaukauna.
Well, we know it's not Kiel because Tausch made it clear that it's south.
You kind of did too.
Nice work. All right, here we go. Question 3 for Eric. Good job, Ryan. You would have gotten that anyway. You didn't need Tausch's help. Even though you kind of were supposed to be helping during this anyway, if anyone's watching on video.
Yeah, I did.
Well, when he's paying attention.
And I was wrong on the Kewaskum. So.
And Janesville,
well,
which wasn't even a choice.
Once I heard the rest of the choices, I knew it wasn't the other ones.
All right, Eric, question 3. Let's bounce back here. In which Wisconsin city is Quick Trip's headquarters located? With our awesome new partnership with Quick Trip.
I know this one.
I do too. This one I knew. Is it located in Delafield, Neenah, or La Crosse?
We're going to go with La Crosse.
Nailed it. Bluff country.
Delafield, however, we would have accepted if you would have said that is where the Badgers outsider and Jesse ran into each other, and Jesse was eating all the free samples.
Found the free samples in Delafield, yeah. Pepperoni pizza hit the spot,
What an
man.
odd deal that must have been.
Very strange.
All
right.
Leslie, what are you doing here?
Eating free samples. No, that was you. All right, Ryan, this is your chance for a clean sweep. 3 for 3. By which name are Quick Trip stores known in Iowa, Illinois, and South Dakota?
Great places, South Dakota.
Most improved. Most improved.
Jesse, you and I, like Tausch and I, on the same wavelength. I knew that was coming. Well done. All right, Ryan. What are they known as in Iowa, Illinois, and South Dakota? Are they known as Quick Stop, Quick Star, or Quick Fill?
I do not venture out of Wisconsin, but let's go Quick Stop.
I did not know this either until a couple of years ago when Maddie competed in a regional gymnastics meet in Iowa, outside of Iowa City. They are known as Quick Stars.
That's correct, yeah.
Quick Stars.
Yep.
So we have 2 contestants who both got 2 right. meaning they each have 3 entries into Friday's drawing if Jesse chooses to do the drawing or is prepared to do it, or if we're doing digiruptions and he gets completely thrown off. First of all, Eric, thanks for playing. We appreciate you, buddy.
You bet.
And Ryan, thank you for playing again. We always appreciate you as well. Thanks.
Love you guys.
I love you guys.
I love it when people say they love
I do
us.
too.
It's
Would
fun.
that, if the fans in Fort Myers had said, "Love you guys,"
I'd turn around and go, "You absolutely."
You'd go take a picture of them with your thumb.
100%.
Yes. All right.
There they are. Look at those. Look at that happy crew.
I still feel-
Championship. That is a championship photo right there.
With the amount we're using that photo, I do feel like we should have asked them to sign some sort of waiver.
You would think, but we didn't.
All right, that is Wilde and Tausch trivia. And we had 2 questions about Quick Trip. And if you're listening to us in Iowa, you could call it Quick Star if you'd like. But all I know is we're so excited to have them on board. We, as Tausch said yesterday, Tausch, we take such pride in having these signature Wisconsin companies on board with us as partners, and now Quick Trip has joined us. We're over the moon.
Yeah, we love it. Obviously, I love everything about Quick Trip, the great food. And if you're like me, you grew up drinking milk with just about every meal. And trust me, there's nothing like fresh milk. Quick Trip knows that's the case, too. You can get Nature's Touch milk at Quick Trip, cow to store, fresh in 24 hours. Right now, it's only $2.99 a gallon for skim 1 and 2% milk. Nature's Touch is made, as we just did in the trivia, right in La Crosse, Wisconsin, at Quick Trip's very own dairy facility. I've been through there. It is a spectacle, perfect for large gatherings during the holidays, whether you're serving up more meals for whipping up a new adult beverage. And don't forget the 3rd annual Quick Trip Holiday Face-Off is coming up December 28th and 29th at Fiserv in Milwaukee. Mini tournament. You guys know I love in-season tournaments, including matchups between the Wisconsin Badgers, Minnesota Duluth, Northeastern, and Air Force College hockey teams. Tickets are currently on sale at holidayfaceoff.com. You can also win tickets at Quick Trip when you use Quick Rewards. No purchases necessary to enter.
That is a fun tournament. I enjoy that, and I'm glad that Quick Trip is on board. I didn't realize that I was going to be able to enter the drawing, though. Am I eligible? Kind of like
I would
you
say
with
yes. I don't know why you wouldn't be, but enter and tell them until they tell you can't. That's
Yeah,
how I
I'm a
look
Quick
at it.
Trip Rewards member, so I'm in for that. All right, that's it for trivia. Jesse, that's so distracting, and
That guy right
quite
there
frankly,
eligible to win.
Little depressing, the video. Be sure to tune in to see 31-year-old Jason Wilde on the sidelines
Would
at the
you
Oakland
switch
Coliseum.
right now, though, if you could? Go back to that right there?
You
No, I got Paula and the
I
girls
know,
and all
that's
these
why I'm
cats
asking,
and
so don't be
dogs.
depressed.
No, I just wish I
wonder
looked like that.
Who is
still.
that fan just adoringly looking at you?
What?
Look at that gal behind you. Just kind of can't get enough. I can't believe. Who's that handsome reporter? That's what she's saying.
No, she sees the light is on the TV,
Well,
the
maybe.
camera, and just
Hey,
wants to look
could look
good for
at it
television.
from 2 different perspectives.
Yeah, she's.
I
Not,
don't know
she-
who that is.
She's looking at me at my back. She's definitely. I mean, there's
But you've
nothing-
always said that's your best side. You've always said that. You're great calves. You've always said you love your calves.
No, you're the one with great calves. I just got like catcher's calves. It's bad. None of it's good. Plus, I'm wearing pants. Yeah, there's a lot has changed.
Well, you
There's
couldn't have bored Jordan more. Look at that. Jordan is like asleep.
More importantly, I'm blocking Josiah DeGuara's naked butt in this photo, which I think is the most important thing. Whoa, Nelly! I'm Whoa-Nellying these photos on video. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Toscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. Well, it's always a good time to get that special someone in your life a beautiful gift. And when I'm in need of a new piece of jewelry, Chalmers Jewelers is my go-to place. Whether I want a timeless classic or a one-of-a-kind piece, Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison has just what I'm looking for. My life has been made so much easier thanks to the great team over at Chalmers Jewelers, and is the reason I keep going back for more. Visit chalmersjewelers.com to find your perfect new piece of jewelry today.
Catch Disco Fever this New Year's Eve with Ho Chunk Gaming Madison and our Disco Eve celebration. We have promotions going all day and night on Sunday, December 31st with plenty of ways to win. Like our Pick a Prize promotion with 18 cash prize winners in the afternoon, plus a $24,000 grand prize awarded at 7 p.m. And be here for our hot ticket drawings with 14 different $1,000 winners selected between 7:30 p.m. and just past midnight. Get your New Year's Eve groove on at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Ben Bruss to tell you about one of my favorite teams in the area, Zimbrick European. For over 3 years, I've trusted them with my car buying process, and I'm never going anywhere else. From Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, their pre-owned and Sprinter vans, they have something for everyone. Don't drive something ordinary when you can drive something extraordinary. I love the sexiest car on the lot that I found this time, a nice Zimbrick Mercedes. Find what you love. Test drive, and they will make leasing affordable. Zimbrick European.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Ho, ho, ho! I need a window.
Baby, it's cold outside.
So where do I go? Ho,
Come on,
ho.
Santa. Go to Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Put no money down, no payment, and no interest for up to 18 months.
Pella now, pay later. Ho,
That's right, Santa. Plus, our elves install year-round and in as little as 1 day. Offer ends December 31st. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. See show for details.
There's nothing like a great night's sleep. If your mattress isn't quite right, chances are you're not sleeping as well as you should be. Steinhoffel's exclusive Discover Your Sleep system maps your body and sleeping position, and then finds the perfect mattress for you through science. So, stop in and find your perfect mattress with the Discover Your Sleep system, only at Steinhoffel's. Relax. It's Steinhoffel's.
One of the best high school basketball tournaments in the state is back December 15th and 16th at Madison College. The 608 basketball tournament features some of the best teams from around the state and star players coming to Wisconsin next year. And you can be there to experience the greatness. Friday's semifinals start at 6:30. Saturday's slate of 4 games, including the championship and some great showcases, start at 1:30. Check out the full list of teams and D1 recruits participating and purchase discounted tickets early at MadisonCollegeRecreation.com. The 608 basketball tournament, December 15th and 16th at Madison College.
From a seat in the stands to the best seat on the couch, Tito's Handmade Vodka is there on game day for every fan. Find cocktail recipes at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King, peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled, joyful all ye nations.
Is this one of the Christmas carols you guys sing when you go caroling?
No.
Is it in the rotation?
Nope,
From
it is not.
Sion?
You know I love Sion, but no.
World's worst nickname ever.
Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe.
Time now for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
Got an IPT question for you.
You know I love those.
I was cleaning out my backpack the other day because we were doing a bunch of running around, going to high school state championships, remote broadcasts with you fellas, just time to clean some things out. And I didn't realize that from a year ago, I had a gift card for a coffee chain that we were giving to a bunch of our best friends who had stood in our wedding. And I have the thank you card for being in the wedding and everything, and the gift card fell out of it. It was in the bottom of my backpack.
Man.
So
that person got a card with no gift card.
So Tier 1 Dave got a thank you. We had photos from the extra photos you get from the wedding. So we put some of the ones that he was in the card. So the card was somewhat
It wasn't
full of
empty.
something. Yeah. Said thanks for being in the wedding, but I found the $10 gift card, or it might even be more than that. I don't even remember. In the bottom of my backpack. Is it IPT of me to at this point just keep the gift card because we're more than 2 years removed from our wedding, or should I give him the gift card who it was originally intended for?
So you were giving it to Dave.
Yeah.
It fell out of your backpack.
It fell out of the
Into your
card
backpack.
into the backpack. Yeah.
Yes, it's a great little yarn. But fortunately for Dave and unfortunately for you, inflation has skyrocketed. You need to go to the gift card.
Even better card.
For whatever value it was, you need to add those years with inflation adjustment and give him, if it was $10, inflation's probably 40% higher than what it was. So over the next 2 years, you need to go, you do the math on it because I'm terrible at that, double, and give him a bigger gift card and say, I apologize.
I don't think a coffee 2 years ago cost $5 and now costs $15. I don't
know. 40% higher. Go look at the math.
So I have the solution for you. If you don't mind.
My solution's the right.
I mean, he doesn't even know that I had a
I know, but
gift
now
card
he does.
for him.
No, I have a better solution for you. All right. How much? Do you know how much the gift card was for this unnamed national coffee chain?
I think they were all $10. It might have been $15.
All right. So to be safe, here's what you do. You go ahead and you use that. You get yourself a nice creme brulee latte. Okay.
You ain't getting that for $10 in today's economy.
I have a few people in my house that get beverages there regularly.
I don't think
that'll
you know
cover
which
you.
place it is.
Could be anywhere.
Could be. But
it's not.
here's how you upgrade this whole thing, and you support a new great partner. You go into Quick Trip, give him a $20 gift card. He can use it on gas. He can use it on Glazers. He can use it on the
Milk.
hot food that
Get
they've
some
got
milk,
there.
$2.99 a gallon.
Yes, cow to Quick Trip milk, sure. Whatever it may be. And now he gets something that's even more valuable because of the delay in delivery, because he's got choices now. It's not just, I can get a latte or I can get a scone. It's, I can get anything. I can get a bubbler drink.
But fair, but doesn't it make you look worse to be 2 years later?
Well, you're talking. Does he listen to the show?
It's a great
No, not
story.
really. No.
It's a great yarn.
It is a great story. And the right thing to do, you're rolling in the big bucks. You're a manager now.
Yeah, you are a manager.
Very
And
improved. You can afford
Oh,
$20
God.
because you already paid for
Yeah, but it's got to be 60 because it's 2 years. It's got to be 60.
60?
If it was 20, it's
You're
double.
not an economist.
It's 3 years. No, I'm not even putting inflation in this now.
I'm not getting him a $60 Quick Trip gift card.
You have to go 2
With
more
gas
years
prices,
because it
that's
took you
2
2
fill-ups.
years to deliver it. So it's got to be whatever. I'm not even going to adjust because I don't know the math on it. I can adjust for inflation, but if it was a $20
Madison
gift
money
card
guy,
and you were going
Mark
to give it to
Tauscher.
him in 2020, 21, so 22 and 3 are years he didn't get that. You, as your mistake, not his, you give him 2 more $20 gift cards.
what are
That
you, a
adds up
loan
to
shark?
60.
It was just meant as a coffee and a croissant for a, hey, thanks for standing in the wedding. Now suddenly
now
I'm giving him
$60.
a full tank of gas,
Yes.
a dozen Glazers,
Yeah.
a couple of cheeseburgers, a couple of gallons of milk.
If he
I'm
takes it there on a
stocking him-
Monday,
I'm stocking the kitchen in the
if
car
he
for a
goes there
week
on a
here.
Monday and get that rotisserie chicken for $6, and he gets 4 meals out of it, he is winning, big time winning.
You don't say.
He's most improved in the wedding because he's gotten an upgrade on the price.
Has anyone
of his
dipped
gift
from
card.
tier 1 to tier 2 from your wedding?
No.
That's strong.
Yeah. Well,
Jesse's got a system.
If anything, that we've all been enhanced a little more.
Because you tiered him.
Yeah.
Except you didn't get your gift card, so he's feeling like maybe tier 1.5.
He doesn't even know he's missing it. He doesn't really listen to the show too often. I think
send Dave
his
the
dad
link.
does. I hope Al's not listening. He might tell on me.
Al Minert?
No.
Whoa, Nelly.
I mean, I hope Al is listening.
Whoa, Nelly!
Both Als.
By the way, I would like to announce publicly that I'm justified. Mike McCarthy texted us back.
What did he say? Thanks, Jason.
I didn't get a text.
You're
Very, very, very frustrating.
Sorry.
Wow.
So we wish him well in his recovery as he's having surgery today, in case you missed that earlier in the show. We will raise a Coors Light to his good health, or at least Tausch will later today.
I will. Coors Light brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and it's cold packaged. So it's made to chill, and whether it's a Badger victory over Marquette or Michigan State, the Bucks with a huge win over the New York Knickerbockers last night. Coors Light is always in my hand. Born in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado in 1978, Coors Light is refreshing. It's crisp. It's only 102 calories. So as always, Coors Light in my hand. Suburb sponsored by Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
We'll close things out next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Get the gift of savings Friday through Sunday, in-store only during Fleet Fest at Fleet Farm. Get a $10 gift card when you buy $50 in toys for the kids. Take an extra 20% off all varieties of wild bird food. And save $10 instantly on any $75 purchase for a limited time only with our seasonal savings coupon. Shop in-store this Friday through Sunday for even more Fleet Fest deals at Fleet Farm, where we have everything you need for everyone on your list.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's home for craft beer and pub food since 1994. Find the Great Dane nearest you at greatdanepub.com. As the Wisconsin volleyball team prepares for their 11th straight Sweet 16 this Thursday, the American Volleyball Coaches Association has named 5 Badgers, 4 players and a coach, to the All-Region team. Anna Spreck, Carter Booth, Devin Robinson, and Sarah Franklin were first-team Northeast All-Region selections, while Franklin was the Northeast Region Player of the Year. Head coach Kelly Sheffield was also named the Co-Coach of the Year. Wisconsin plays Penn State at the Fieldhouse this Thursday in the Sweet 16.
Unwrap your gift now, but pay later. Right now at Pella, put no money down, no payment, and no interest for up to 18 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
ESPN Madison is on Wisconsin sports. Catch up on anything you missed on the Varsity Podcast on Wisconsin On Demand. Brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of Wisconsin Badger Athletics. If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, shop local, part of the Madison community since 1973.
Life has its moments, times to remember and share. Mark the moment with jewelry from us. John Hayes for Goodman's Jewelers. Make the beauty of your purchase match the beauty of the moment. For over 90 years, Goodman's Jewelers has been providing sparkle to Madison. We can help you preserve a lifetime of memories with that special gift during this special season. Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street, the Diamond Store of Madison.
The best is at Goodman's.
2023 is a very special year for Goodman's Jewelers. We're celebrating 90 years of serving the greater Madison area. John Hayes for Goodman's Jewelers. Needless to say, that's a long time and a lot of great memories working with you, our customers. During these 9 decades, we've never deviated from our pledge to you, which is earning your trust, delivering top-notch service, and a selection that's second to none. Discover firsthand why Goodman's Jewelers is truly a destination worth reaching. 220 State Street, Goodman'sJewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country.
GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Medicine Money Guy Christian Finfrock here. Struggling to understand retirement planning, life insurance policies, or managing your wealth? Listen to my show every Saturday at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN, or call me right now at 208-1800 for a complimentary consultation.
From a seat in the stands to the best seat on the couch, Tito's handmade vodka is there on game day for every fan. Find cocktail recipes at titosvodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop.
As we wrap things up for today, I feel like we were kind of all over the map, and yet we were finishing each other's sentences, which I know is freaking you out, which is great. I'm really enjoying that aspect. No access today. So I'm assuming that they're doing some like walkthrough stuff and what have you, that they're not off today and yesterday, but they don't have practice per se. They've got the extra day because it's Monday Night Football. Remember when we thought this game might get flexed out of Monday Night Football?
I still can't believe the NFL is flexing Monday night games. I still can't believe that.
They did it for one coming up.
No, that's why I brought it up, yeah.
Do you think the majority of America will watch Dolphins-Titans or Packers-Giants?
Yeah, I didn't realize this until yesterday that there were dueling games again.
And usually they stagger the start time. This time around, there's like, start them both at 7:15.
I think more people are going to watch Green Bay because it's on ABC.
So are the Manning casts going on at all?
I feel like those Manning casts, this could be a wrap.
I don't know why I'm asking Jesse. He thinks Marquette plays tomorrow.
The Manning cast, this will be their last season. I think that thing is kind of fizzled.
Jump the shark?
Oh, I don't think so.
No, it's fizzled.
People enjoy that.
They have enjoyed it, but it's fizzled. It's fizzled.
They just have a lot of technical issues with the delay and stuff. It seems very confusing at times. All right. So the Packers play on Monday night. We will get into the nitty-gritty, the nuts and bolts of previewing Packers versus Giants. I don't know when Joe Barry will speak today or tomorrow or Friday. He won't speak today. But, Jesse, where is our polling as of now on the Joe Barry question? How porridgey is it?
Let's take a look here. Has Joe Barry's performance as Packers defensive coordinator this season been better than expected, worse than expected, or about what you expected, which Tausch describes as porridgey? 54% better than expected, 41% porridgey.
Yeah,
only 5% worse than expected.
That is very high approval ratings for one Joseph J. Barry.
Yeah.
Very high.
You can still vote. I just retweeted it. You can vote. We'll talk more about him and the Packers as they get ready to run the table and win 9 consecutive games, 8 games to finish the regular season, and a playoff game, as we talked about today on Wilde and Tausch. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on Wisconsin.